Like, why is little Johnny coughing? Look, maybe because you have fucking nipple hair in his throat. You know?
You gotta
Right.
swab his mouth. To get the
the baby's going.
Like, how was I gonna get it out?
And you knocking the baby back and it's not helping.
Right. Right?
Crazy.
What do you do?
That's a wild question.
I'm pretty sure something like that can cause
I
the
want
hiccups.
off this podcast tonight. I'm done with
That
y'all.
can definitely cause the hiccups.
I have facts.
Yo, Beth, that shit crazy.
On a Saturday, it's All Even with your boy Barry Grant. You can catch me on Instagram and Twitter at All Even Podcasts. You can listen to the show on Megaphone as well as Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify. I'm all over the place. And trust me, go to YouTube, hit that subscribe button, like, share, and comment. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Because the page is... Oh, where's Claw? There's no... Claw's seat is empty today. You know what I don't like? I don't like when he takes off PTO and gives me some crazy reasons why, right? I'm not gonna make it today. I know the reason why he's not here today, so I'm not gonna pass no judgment. You know what I mean? Hopefully the family's good, everybody's fine. But we do have a what do you call it? A step in or a replacement?
I like the term virgin.
Oh yeah.
It's fine. It's okay.
Yeah, you gotta relax.
I'm never on a mic. So.
Were you touched for the very first time?
Well, I'm on a mic for the very first time. So.
Hey, yo.
Nah, it wasn't the first time.
Hey,
Oh,
hey,
hey,
yo.
hold on.
Hey, yo, what the
Yeah, that's a little crazy.
Sorry, guys.
Slow down.
As I said, yeah.
But Phil's in the building.
I'll
You know what I
figure it
mean?
out. I'll
Phil
figure
is
it out.
definitely in the building on the mic. I love it.
Yo, whoa.
Relax. You know what I mean? How you doing?
I'm great.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
How
great
the
to be
kids?
here. Dude, fantastic.
Came with beer.
Always, you know.
You're
Like
very
this
professional.
is my time away from the family, you know.
You escape.
Get to hang out,
Yeah.
vibes.
Escape.
Vacation, maybe.
Get you.
Yeah, you know. Get my headspace right.
Facts. Listen, good to have you. We're gonna have a good time. My super intern is here. You know, I have another qualm with my super intern. Things are getting very dicey between me and Jimmy. You know, I checked my phone today, right? After being down here, we're preparing, setting up the studio. Me and, you know, the Silent Assassin, we here early, you know? Silent Assassin's always here early. Make sure, right? I look at my phone, get a text. What does it say? Oh, I ain't gonna be there till about 8:30-ish. You know? And something in me said, you know what? Maybe I should respond and say, hey, why? Right? But due to the history that I have with my super intern, I was scared that he was going to curve me again. I was scared.
I did on my phone. I texted and I plugged it.
Yeah, so it's like, you know, for me, it's like, man, the fact that I am fearful to even speak to my super intern is a problem. It's a problem. So I don't know, man. I gotta find some way to be able to regain the power. I'm losing the power struggle here with my super intern. I am. Nicole, you have any suggestions? Huh? Should I try to set him up at a poker game? Maybe I'll try to do that, man. I'll call Fez. Hey, listen, there's some bad stuff going on there at the poker game. You guys need to go check that out.
Watch his hand.
Right. Something. I don't know. Like you can come back here humbly and say, you know what, I'm sorry. I'll be here on time.
Right.
I'll think of something. Cole on the ones and twos, the Silent Assassin. How you doing? Had a good week? Yeah. Hey, you said that you're going to go to the Mets games this weekend, and you have a nice track record, good record of going to the games when they win because they win. So keep it up, cause we playing good ball right now. Free Fang is here. How you doing, sir?
Great.
Good. Looking good.
Thank you.
You know. Chili McFreeze. How you doing?
I'm good, man.
That's off. I ain't gonna hold you. That's probably one of the best shirts you ever wore.
Oh, thanks, man.
Crash Bandicoot, that's fire.
Appreciate it.
That's fire.
Ooh.
Yeah. You know? Like it. But we got lots to get into this week. NBA Finals. We had game 1. Nuggets blew the doors off the Heat. Loved it. Loved it. Ja Morant, his decision is coming very quickly. You know, Adam Silver said some stuff. They said that they found more stuff. And yeah, about to get bad.
They dug into the vote, huh?
Yeah, exactly. Scottie Pippen is my new hero. Not gonna lie to you. Scottie Pippen is my new hero. Scottie Pippen, he needs to be mayor of Chicago for me. For me. Yeah, just based on what he said. We're gonna get into it. What else we got here? Bob Myers calls it quits in Golden State. What's gonna happen with the Warriors? That the guy that built it, the architect, is gone. Love it. Sorry. Love that, right? Love that. Anytime Golden State suffers, I like it. Frank Vogel is the new head coach of the Phoenix Suns. Gonna talk about that. You know, we're Laker fans, so you know we can be able to discuss and see how that works for Phoenix. Monty Williams got a big deal from the Pistons. I don't understand what they were doing. But you know, we definitely gonna talk about that. Lonzo Ball, his career there's some rumblings that it might be over. Might be over. And we had this conversation, you know, probably a couple of months ago when we were talking about it, that the surgery doesn't work. Doesn't look too good for the kid. Jaylen Brown, does he stay with the Celtics? I don't know. We'll discuss that and see if it makes sense for them. Shannon Sharpe. There's some news with Shannon Sharpe and Skip Bayless. They seem to be parting ways, and everybody wants to know why. What's going on? I have a theory that I'd like to break. Has no bearings on any information, no facts. It's just, but I'm gonna break something.
I have an idea.
Right, I'm gonna break it.
Right.
I'm gonna break it.
All speculation.
Exactly, all speculation, all cap. I don't care. I don't care at all. Don't care at all. My irrelevant news of the week, obviously, you know, it's one of my favorites, you know, segments of the show. And then the greatest segment on the planet, Dummy of the Week.
Dummy, yeah.
Now, we were talking about a whole bunch of stuff off camera. Nicole, what was that story that you were telling me about the kid?
Yeah, the kid just graduated high school and then went to the Bahamas on a trip, and he was there to jump in the water and he went missing.
Oh my God.
Like, so tragic, right? So tragic.
Stupid.
So he jumped in the shark-infested waters, and there's a video of showing him that he's in the water, and then he's not in the water.
Dumbass.
So, listen. Yes, you can say that, Freaky Fang, but at 18, we did a lot of dumb stuff too.
Right.
Doesn't make us not. Doesn't mean we weren't dumbasses.
I'm saying, but it's like you can be able to kind of excuse it, right? Because of the age, right? I am just looking at it from a standpoint of the parents. Like, I feel bad, right? Like, your kid goes on vacation and don't come back. Like, that's rough.
Yeah, that's correct.
That's rough. You know what I mean? But I just don't. I think there was speculation or rumors that said that he was drinking, right? They were drinking, obviously. So it's tough, man.
Did they know it was shark infested?
No,
water?
They probably didn't.
Oh, it was dark. It was like
they
it
couldn't
was,
even see.
It's the Bahamas.
No, I feel you, but you know, you're on
At
vacation.
18, you're not. Yeah.
You're on a vacation. You're 18. You're invincible.
Right.
You know what's in that water? You got jellyfish, all kind of poison.
You think they know that though? At 18, they don't. At our age, of course, we're gonna know. We know everything.
Right.
We know the crack. We know the crack in the sidewalk to avoid that. You know, you don't want to have a bad Biden trip. You don't want that. You don't want that.
It's old. Give him a break.
We old too. I'm just saying. You know where the spots are where you have to avoid. That's all I'm saying.
Right.
Like, you know that. Like, you know what I'm saying. You're not running top speed like how you were running at 18 and 38. You're not doing it. You're not doing it.
Yo,
you know what I mean?
That guy alone, man.
Huh?
Leave that guy alone.
You know that's my guy.
Leave that senior citizen
He's your
alone.
guy?
Huh?
He's your guy?
Who, Biden?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's my guy.
Oh
my God.
Shit.
And like I said, like he's one of those people that you need to like throw out the red carpet for. Make sure that there's no pebbles in the street. Make sure that there's nothing that could be able to impede his walking. He's old. You gotta make sure that you protect him.
Is this safe to say he's like a born again racist?
Who?
Biden.
Nah, I wouldn't say that.
He used to be racist.
He was the segregation of the 70s, I think.
Yeah, I mean, you can say that for a lot of people.
I was gonna say.
I mean, listen, we used to watch All in the Family. We used to watch The Jeffersons.
I was
Like,
you know
the
what's
Dukes
funny?
of Hazzard.
I didn't watch All in the Family because my grandparents told me about it.
Okay.
How racist.
I used to watch Sanford and Son. Sanford and Son was racist as shit.
Black people aren't allowed to be racist.
It's not about Fred. It's about everybody else that was in it. So it's just the times, right?
Do you believe that though?
What?
Being black, you technically can't be racist.
Yeah, I believe that. You can't. My standpoint on that is that you cannot be like it's basically you're not the aggressor. So how can
you can't be oppressed,
right?
Yeah, right.
And be racist.
Exactly. That's what I'm. Exactly. That's exactly what it is.
Right. Like
Yeah.
so pretty much they're like, all right, these people really effed you over. You have the right to hate them.
You could.
Yeah, because you've been,
Right.
It's okay.
yeah, exactly. You know,
It's
some
not
people
about their race. It's about the way they treat you.
some people don't agree, but yeah, I don't care. Don't care. Moving on. Moving on. Did you hear what Damson Idris said? So Damson Idris, if people don't know who he is, he's the star of Snowfall. You know, beautiful show, one of the best shows to ever be on TV ever. You know, I have Sons of Anarchy, and I got Snowfall right under that. They're my two favorite shows of all time.
Never seen it.
You're a big
Right?
FX fan, huh?
Yeah, listen, FX, I ain't gonna hold you, man. FX got the shows, boy. They got the shows.
Sons, and I've never watched Snowfall.
Well,
You never watched Sons?
Sons is good.
yeah, Sons is
Sons
very
is
good,
good, bro.
Sons is very
You
good.
watch Snowfall either?
No.
Now you gotta watch
Wow,
both.
Yeah, you gotta watch.
You got homework. Yeah,
It's
you got
over,
homework.
so you could
Yeah,
you could watch
you
the
can
whole
binge.
thing. So
You can bitch on that. But Damson Idris said that he got so caught up into being
Franklin.
great,
Oh.
being Franklin, that he wanted to like really kill the role, that he summoned help from the devil. And he said that after filming the season, he was having nightmares every night to the point where he had to like start praying and try to get that energy off of him. I don't know if it's cap, but
I'm just curious. Like,
that's a little crazy to me.
why would he want to summon the devil? Like, I'm curious.
To be able to tap into a darker place. You haven't watched the show, so his character gets darker as the seasons go on because of whatever happens to him. You understand what I'm saying? But the pressure and the stress and all the things that were happening to him took him to a dark place. So for him to be able to unlock that, he said that he had to summon the Beelzebub.
Why didn't he just take acting classes?
I mean, he's a great actor, but he had to tap into something different.
I don't know. I think it's a thing for.
I'm pretty sure he
Hollywood.
used.
Yeah,
acting
there's weirdos.
It's like
Oh, so it's like
Weirdos.
So the devil's like Viagra for Hollywood.
Yeah, it's almost scary. They tell you what it is, and then you gotta then you back away from it slowly.
Right. So
It's almost scary.
it was extremely interesting to hear him say that. I'm like, okay. So he had to like get an exorcist.
Damn, I really liked him too, bro.
Right.
Now I feel away.
Yeah.
I once had a woman run through my house speaking in tongues.
After what you did to her?
What'd you do to
bro?
her?
I moved into a house in Brooklyn years ago, and the neighbor came over, and I'm talking to her husband, and next thing I know, bro, she just starts running through the house. I'm like, what the hell's going on? And the husband's just standing there talking to me like nothing's happening. And I'm looking at him like, your wife is running through the house. Yeah, it'll be okay. She's sensing evil spirits. I said, what?
She's
His wife?
Yeah. I'm like, but he's just talking to me like we're just having casual conversation while she's running around my house.
Right.
And I said, dude, y'all gotta go. She came to me, got on her knees. Blah, blah, blah. I said, you gotta go. I said, you gotta go. I said, you gotta go.
That's scary, bro. I don't know.
It wasn't scary to me. I was just like, what the hell are you doing?
Okay.
Like, are you stupid?
Here's a question for
I'm
y'all.
moving.
Here's a question. Here's a question. Somebody is possessed in front of you.
Mhm.
First reaction.
Slap the shit out of you. Like, well, don't do that dumb shit near me.
So that's gonna be your first reaction.
If someone's possessed,
You gonna smack them?
yeah.
Okay. First reaction, Phil.
I'm out. I'm out.
You running?
I'm gone.
Chili.
What type of possessed? Like,
What do you mean?
no, because there are different types.
We
You
talking
have
about
somebody just talking
demonic
crazy.
possession.
Can you explain some sort of the types of possession?
Right, exactly.
We live in New York.
I need to hear tears
I know
now.
we live in New
We
York.
live in New York.
Right. Okay. Homeless
Bro.
possessed. I get that.
Back in the day-
I can stand there and you can scream and yell,
No.
and I won't even flinch. I got that one.
Back
That
in
one
the
I
day,
get.
maybe
Karen possessed?
maybe 12 years ago.
Mm.
On Jamaica Avenue, there should be this Jamaican
See,
lady doing a bruck up, saying,
you got-
"Shut you down,
you got-
shut you down."
You gotta relax.
You see her.
Racist.
Before.
You gotta
Everybody's
relax.
seen her before.
Don't
Y'all
talk-
seen this lady before? Yo,
don't-
you can go on
He's
YouTube.
racist.
She's on YouTube. Shut you down, bruck up.
I seen her.
You
but
know
gotta
who I'm
relax.
talking about.
All right?
So,
And you're not going.
is she possessed?
You're not gonna come after my people like
Yeah.
that either. All right? You're not gonna do that.
Is she possessed?
Well, possibly.
Yo, so then
Okay. So what did you do when you encountered her?
I did the bruck up with her.
Okay.
You
see?
joined in.
But see, when he said
So you
possessed,
just gonna join in?
I
Joined in.
Okay, so that's what you gonna
But
do.
now, when he says possessed, I'm thinking Martin when like Tommy was possessed and he was like,
Yes, that's
Yeah,
what I
that's
mean.
what I'm
Yeah, I'ma
thinking
slap
as
the
well.
That's what I mean.
So
I'm
if
gonna
it's
slap
that
the shit
type
out
of
you.
possession, yeah,
I'm gonna slap
I'm
the shit
out.
out you.
I'm out.
Nicole, what do you think? What are you doing? Oh,
Bro.
where you gonna find holy water
So
from?
do you happen to have that holy water on you
She
now?
done paying her water. Make it holy.
Can you show us the little vial of holy water that,
I'm
you
sorry.
walk around
Can
with?
we see the flask that
Yeah,
you
like,
have?
Can we see it?
I'm
Is
sorry.
Is it properly marked?
Right,
Sorry,
Jimmy. What about you?
But in those situations, I normally see white people fall.
You gonna ask it to bother somebody else?
I'm just gonna run.
Oh, you're just gonna run? Okay, that's what I'm saying. You're gonna flee.
Things are slow, so if you run,
What things are slow?
Those
What?
things
If, we're not talking about zombies here.
What
are you
thing is
talking
slow?
about?
We might be. We might be talking about zombies. Let's get.
sometimes they'd be like on the ceiling.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, we might be talking about zombies here. Listen, you're talking about possession.
I think he's talking about
Same.
breaking too.
Oh, I
Turbo and
can't.
ozone.
I can't.
They were
So
dancing on the
we have such a myriad of answers.
Walk. Don't run.
Slapping, joining in, running, like holy water,
Listen, yeah.
like
Walk. Don't run. Okay.
What you doing?
Like I
What
told
am I
Mr.
doing?
Bank,
What you doing?
like I told Mr. Bank, I think Nicole's gonna fall.
like a scary movie, running and just trip on nothing. Oh, and they can't get up. Oh, please.
Right.
Wait. Oh. Yo, that used to be the worst. Yo, every scary movie had the same thing. Like you trip over nothing, right? You do the Kevin Durant trip on air, right? Trip on air, and then you can't get up.
Right.
I understand it.
Mm-hmm.
While the person's walking 0.5 miles an hour.
Right.
Mad
And then,
slow.
Then the white person will fall, but then the black person die. They don't make no sense.
Yeah, it's true. It's very true.
Yeah, there was
Very true.
certain stereotypes.
All right, what I would do, because I am such a horror film aficionado, I would run. I don't care. I'd run.
Thank
What am I sticking around for? Right?
Facts.
I ain't gonna lie to you, man. If I see a demon come through here, sorry for remix and Taiki, but they gonna have to stay. They gonna have to stay and figure that out.
Well, if there was a demon here, I think it would be in the form
Relax.
of a cat.
Relax.
Nah, if there was
Okay.
a demon here, she would tell us.
She would.
You ever seen
Animals.
Cat Eye?
Animals pick that
Oh,
up.
The little troll.
Or she wait for you to go to sleep and suck out your soul.
These Caribbean people with this nonsense.
That is definitely a Caribbean thing.
Definitely a Caribbean thing.
Yeah,
Like,
100%.
give me a break with that, man. Give me a break with that. What we were talking about, I need to hear the information about that thing in Florida. Phil, can you break it, please? The person's name,
Yeah, it is
something Rudolph, right?
Travis Rudolph.
Travis Rudolph.
Travis Rudolph. So can I get some intel on what's going on here? Who wants to break it?
All right, I'm gonna try my best. I might not have all the right information, but you'll get the gist of it, and
Yeah.
you can look up the rest of it as you deem necessary. So, Travis Rudolph is an ex NFL player.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently, I think this happened 2 years ago. He got into an altercation with his ex girlfriend. I assume girlfriend at the time. She said he put hands on her. She ends up calling her brother and telling her brother to go shoot his shit up, quote unquote. And her brother and 3 of his friends show up at Travis's house, and they got into an altercation. Travis, they're shooting at each other, and Travis ends up killing one of the guys who showed up, shooting another one, and now he's on trial for murder. Even though these people showed up at his house with guns on his porch and all that type of stuff. So
definitely unfortunate. But the thing that got me was the ex-girlfriend's testimony, right?
correct.
Is that she talking about, well, yeah, I asked my brother to go shoot it up, but I didn't want to necessarily have him shot. It was more of, I wanted everything else to be like, so they kept asking, well,
Right.
what do you mean? What do you want shot up? Well, yeah, everything else.
They're like, what, like people in over there? And she goes, no, not people. I didn't want anyone to get hurt. Just,
Right.
like stuff.
I don't
Stuff
understand.
that's not him.
I don't understand where these people come from. Like the idiot brain that they have. They just don't process information correctly. Like when you do that, it's just like people that call police on family.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Mhm.
There's no going back from that.
Right.
Once you call the cops on me and the cops are showing up looking for something violent that's going on, there's no walking it back.
Right.
So when you go ahead and tell your brother, hey, listen, I got beat up and I need you to go shoot something up. If your brother's about that life, he's going to do exactly that. What do you think was going to happen?
Right.
So if Travis Rudolph would have got shot and killed, what would have been her excuse? When you literally sent your brother over there.
Well, the charges would have been worse against her.
Nah, of course, but I'm sure her testimony would be the same.
Her testimony was the same. She was just mad.
Right.
She was just mad.
Yeah, she's just
You
mad.
say things when you're mad.
You say things when you're mad.
But how does your brother supposed to be able to dissect that? He's supposed to be, well, are you upset? Are you overreacting? Can we talk about? That's your brother. Oh, he hit you? Okay, cool.
Right.
You want me to go over there and go handle? Okay, cool.
The crazy thing is, there's some people out there that would probably sympathize with her.
I'm sure there's people out there that
That's
sympathize
the
with her.
Did you
crazy
see-
thing? That's
Did
the
you see
crazy
the
It's
ring?
always like
Did
that.
you see the ring cam video?
No.
Nah, I didn't see it.
The ring cam video of the day of the altercation. She's hitting him.
Wow.
The dude never touched her. So I guess they asked her because they did her whatever deposition or whatever
Mhm.
you call it today, and they asked her like, was he physically beating you? And she was like, yeah. And he's like, did you ever have black eyes and stuff? And she was like, no. Like, did he hit you or punch you or anything? No, he didn't. Like, how was he abusing you?
Right. Verbally, emotionally.
It has to be
Called
like,
me
verbally.
fat.
It has to be verbally or emotionally.
Right.
But like, no evidence said that he actually put hands on her. She was just
mad that day.
She was just mad that
Just
day.
mad that day. So you see what I'm saying? You
Something
see how,
happened.
and that's another thing too. It's like, I don't like to put this on everybody, but there's some women out there that will weaponize that vulnerability. Just because they're having a bad day or they're not feeling you for that day, they want to go ahead and go do some extra nonsense.
Fact.
And it happens all the time. You know how many women put guys in jail just because they want to do it?
That's what that whole red pill thing is.
Right.
Yeah. There's nothing scarier than a woman scorned.
Yo. I mean, still,
Any.
yeah,
Any woman scorned.
any,
Bro.
don't matter.
Any woman scorned.
It can even be one of the T's as well.
Yo, cut it out.
What about an H?
I didn't say nothing.
Yo.
Yeah, listen, I'm an advocate for those people.
Hit the
right?
button on
I'm
that
an
guy.
advocate for those people.
Them
I'm just
H's,
saying.
man. We gotta look out for the H's.
Facts. You gotta look out for them. You gotta look out for them because nobody talks about them.
Technically, they're greedy.
No, that's not. They
Are
were born
they?
that way.
They were born.
They were
greedy.
born that
born
way.
that way,
They were
right.
born that way. You gotta relax.
They're just playing the hand
So
of the
Facts,
technically,
exactly.
technically, if there were one person, is it a threesome?
Yo, bars. Bars.
Yes.
That's bars. That's bars. Coming up after the break, because I'm done with that. I'm not even gonna go back. I'm not gonna go any further with that.
Nope.
After the break,
Quick transition.
NBA Finals. We're gonna talk about Denver and Miami Heat after the break.
Yo, it's your man DJ G Money from that Flip the Script podcast. You see it? We in the studio right now. Flip, shut up. Yeah. Oh, listen. Shout out to the All Even podcast. My man Barry Grant Jr. What's up, man?
Whoa.
What happened? What you want to say to the people?
Shout out somebody on podcast.
Yeah, my nigga the joint. What's up?
All even.
Oh, even podcast.
Yo, it ain't even up here, boy. We put this yo, what's up, man? All even. Yo, you. Oh my God, what's up with you, man? Now you go. Well, that's a shout out. You keeping this?
Yeah, keep all that. You want to jump
All
in the
even
camera?
podcast, right?
Yeah, all
Shout out
even.
to All Even podcast, right? All
Yeah.
even. That's your man.
My man.
All right, shout out to All Even podcast.
100%. He cool. Is he cool? Let me see. Is he cool?
G. What is it, G?
Oh.
I shout him out, G.
Oh. He cool, man.
Welcome back, y'all. NBA Finals. NBA Finals are finally here. Game 1 is in the books. Denver dominates Game 1.
Sure did.
And they win the game 104-93. Game wasn't even that close, really. They beat Miami from pillar to post. Jokic just had a great night. Triple-double. I think he scored 26 points, but only took 3 shots in the first half, and Denver was still in command. So that's how you know how deep and how dominant this team is that their best player can take 3 shots, and they can still control the game handily. I said Denver in 6. I may have to change my tune. I think it might be Denver in 5. I think it'd be a gentleman's sweep because
Sweet.
for what I'm seeing right now, I think, listen, I'm a Laker fan. I can admit that Denver was the better team, right? That was a very close series. It could have went either way. I don't think this series is going to play out like that. I think you're going to see Denver just dominate the Heat. Like I said, I give the Heat a game. They'll win a game at home. They'll go back to Miami and probably win. But I can't see them winning any more than 1 or 2 games. I can't. Like, what are your thoughts on that, Fang?
I see a sweep.
You think a sweep?
Yeah.
Based on what you saw?
Yeah.
Huh.
I do think it'll be a sweep. Because for one, if you can't stop, for one, we know you can't stop the Joker.
Right. You
But
can't stop
now,
Murray.
When the Joker's not even active and you can't do nothing, then it's a problem.
Yeah.
Because once that man gets active, it's over.
Right. Because the role players, like that's the thing. When the role players can be able to do their thing, right, for 3 quarters, and the Joker said, all right, I had a good night. Ball time.
Right. Really, who
It's
can guard him?
demoralizing. Like
Right.
as a team playing that team, you've played so good for 3 quarters and say, yeah, man, we done good job defensively on Jokic, and they say, all right, hey, guys ready to play now?
Right, and
Walt.
now everybody else is tired, and this man,
Yeah.
let's get it.
Juking. That's frustrating.
Yo, he was at the
Right.
top of the key the whole game.
Dude.
Third quarter came.
And he's
He
so
down
slow.
low. I'm like, oh, guys, it's over.
It's a wrap.
And he's so slow. It's crazy.
Slowest player on the planet.
Right.
But you can't stop him.
Can't stop him. He knows where he's going. Can't
Right.
stop him.
Yo, positioning is crazy.
He's a great
He on
player,
that
man.
basket every play.
Yeah.
They call him they say that he has LeBron James type of skills, and he does. His IQ of the game, how he sees the game, how he plays the game. It's not about, like, a lot of people think that basketball is about speed and power. All of those things are necessary, right, to some people's games. But really and truly, it's about angles. It's about understanding how to beat your man. It's about getting to your spots. It's about understanding the space on the floor that you have.
One-on-ones.
Yeah, all of those aspects he has. And that's what makes him dangerous. Is that you saw how he bust Anthony Davis' ass in the series before? It's something that, Anthony Davis is one of the most skilled players that have ever played. Yes, like we're talking about just his skill set. We're not talking about his production, right?
Okay.
We're talking about the fact that he's a mobile big. He can shoot, he can rebound, he can block shots, he can do all of these things. Does he put it together? No. But Jokic doesn't have the physical attributes that Anthony Davis has, but he has the IQ. That's why he's better. That's why he's better than most people in the NBA. That's why a lot of people say that he's the best player in the NBA, because he thinks the game. He's a Magic Johnson type of thinker. He's a Larry Bird type of thinker.
Yeah.
That those guys weren't physically imposing or faster or strong. They were just smarter. They knew how to use angles. They were tougher. They were more skilled in regards to how they got their spots and how they were effective scoring the basketball. That's what makes them great. And that's why you can't stop them.
But now, since we're still talking about Joker, I got a question for you. You didn't want to see him get 3 MVPs in a row.
I was
Yes.
just
But now
about
when
to
he
ask-
gets the
ask that
finals
same
MVP,
question.
I mean, Finals MVP is more deserving than regular season MVPs anyway.
you still don't think he deserves
No.
regular season MVP?
No.
Okay.
Over Joel?
Because the reason why I say that is because
Would his team be where they were without him?
no, but that's not what they judge the MVP on in the NBA.
What do they judge it on?
They judge it on the best player on the best team.
Philly's the best team?
They had
They
the best team in the Eastern Conference,
Okay.
or one of the best teams. They were up there, but Embiid. That's what I'm saying. Like when you think about, that's why it's confusing. What you just said, right?
Yeah, super.
Every year the criteria changes, right? So we've seen Jokic win an MVP when his team finished in 6th place. We've seen Russell Westbrook win an MVP when his team finished in 6th place.
Yeah, fact.
We've seen Michael Jordan win MVPs when the Bulls were the best team in the league, right? There's no real criteria of what makes you an MVP. MVP says most valuable player, meaning that your value to your team matters. So if we remove player from team, the value of that team is supposed to drop. If I remove that player off the team and your team still wins, how are you more valuable?
Fact.
So this is what I'm saying about the criteria. That's why I said that he doesn't deserve it 3 in a row, because what makes his 3 significant than anybody else? LeBron James should have 5 in a row then. Michael Jordan should have won 7 in a row then.
Well,
Tim Duncan should have had 4 in a row. Like it doesn't make, like, you can't
think he should've got it
change
this
the
year.
rules. Embiid had a better year.
I think maybe last
And you got to
year.
remember, it's a regular season award. They're not talking about playoffs. It's a regular season award. Embiid had a better year. Jokic is the better player, but Embiid had a better year. MVP doesn't mean that you're the best player. It doesn't. Like, there's been great players that have won MVPs that weren't the best player in the league.
Right.
It just happens. Steve Nash has back-to-back MVPs. Was he the best player in the NBA?
Not at all.
No. He was the best player on the best team.
On the team, yeah. I
So the
think-
criteria changes. So, Jokic, the one thing I respect about Jokic is that he has said that he doesn't care about the MVP trophy. He cares about winning championships. This finals MVP, I'm sure if they win, it's going to mean way more to him than anything that he's ever accomplished in his career. Because that means that you were the last man standing. You were the best player in the last series of the season. That matters more than anything else. So, shouts to the Nuggets, man. Shouts to Jokic. I've always been a Jokic fan. Not really a Jamal Murray fan. I can't stand him. He's a little annoying and obnoxious to me.
Yeah.
But they have a good team. They really do. They have the team. They just have that team that you're looking at them and just like, ain't nobody beating them. Ain't nobody beating them. They just have that look to them. You know what I mean?
True.
There's always a team that has that look. They've had that look this entire postseason.
Right.
So, I don't think that Miami has a shot, but at the end of the day, this is basketball. Stranger things have happened. You know what I'm saying?
True.
So we're gonna see how this plays out. But for what I saw in that first game, obviously Eric Spoelstra is a great coach. He's gonna make adjustments, but it's a daunting task.
Well, I know they were trying to blame the refs without blaming the refs.
Yeah.
Because I think they only had two free throw attempts that game compared to 20.
Right.
Like, how does that happen? Like, but then others saying, well, they really weren't pushing the ball down the paint like that.
And that's the thing. Miami is a jump shooting team.
Right.
You're in Denver. You're a jump shooting team. You're not gonna get the calls like that. It's just like, in the Lakers series with Golden State. Why are the calls so lopsided? Golden State shoots jump shots. They don't go to the basket. So how do you expect to get fouls if you're shooting jump shots?
Right.
Doesn't make sense. So we'll see what the adjustments that are going to be made by Eric Spoelstra. I'm sure he's going to make them, but it's very, very. It's not a lot that they can be able to do, because when the role players are hot, like Denver has had the whole postseason, what are you going to do?
Right.
You're going to have a great defensive strategy for Jokic, and maybe he might not have a great game the second game, or Jamal Murray may struggle for 3 quarters, but then you'll have KCP score 12 points in a quarter. You'll have Aaron Gordon go nuts. You'll have Bruce Brown come off the bench and give you something. Like, that's what happens with this team, is that somebody always finds a way to step up, and you can't really coach against that. It's just what it is. So
I seriously thought that they were gonna have like a lag just from not playing
Yeah.
for so long. Like they've been sitting around.
Yeah.
Great
since
team,
the,
though,
since
bro.
the Lakers.
Yeah.
sweep. And
Why
still
you have-
came back.
you gotta highlight that.
You don't.
You have to highlight that. Since the Lakers sweep, you can't just say since they beat the Lakers.
Same difference. I said
No, it's not.
it sounds like the same thing.
No, it's not.
Lakers sweep.
I don't like that. I don't
Beat
like
the
that.
That was
Lakers.
a devastating series.
Very hard to
same.
take. Very hard to take. I'm not gonna
Sounds
lie
like
to
the
you.
same thing.
And I blame Anthony Davis for the whole thing.
I blame Anthony Davis and I blame D'Angelo Russell.
Yeah.
My D'Angelo Russell clip has gone crazy on Instagram.
This
I
dummy.
posted it. 8,000 views later. Yo, people are very, very opinionated. He sucks. He can't come back to LA. I'm going to burn his jersey. Like, it's
Lakers
bad.
fans-
Wait,
It's
people
crazy.
actually bought D'Angelo Russell jersey.
Yeah,
Mm.
they probably had it from before, from the first time.
They've been had it. Still had it.
You know?
Number's still good.
Yeah, exactly. probably drew in the real number. So it's rough. It's rough. But like I said, this is not about the Lakers. Salute to the Denver Nuggets. Salute to Miami Heat for being in the finals. I think it's gonna be a compelling series just because you have these two teams that are here, right? Very unlikely Miami Heat getting to the finals, but also too with Denver. Yes, they've been one of the best teams in the West, but it's still feels like they're an underdog somehow, right?
I feel like they deserve it, though.
Huh?
They deserve it. Though.
Yeah, no, they definitely do. They definitely do. Like they've been a good team for like the past 4 or 5 years or so. So, it's progression, right? Like you see how good they've gotten, even in the bubble when they played the Lakers in the Western Conference Finals. They were good. They just weren't ready yet.
Right.
You know what I mean? So now it's their time. You see it, and it is what it is. So, Chili, you got anything to say?
I mean, the overall team of the Nuggets is just still
Yeah.
dominating.
Yeah.
I don't know if the Heat are going to be able to match up in the
Yeah,
next few
absolutely
games.
not. Absolutely not.
Like, it is what it is.
Absolutely not. You know
Just
that
take that
what's
that
that-
sweep.
What's that boy Tyler Hero? He need to just stay out. Talking about he want to go test
Yeah.
his broken finger or whatever it is.
Yeah,
He-
I mean, if
He's
Tyler
gonna
Hill,
play game 3.
he need to stay out.
if he comes back and makes a difference,
No, it ain't. No, it ain't. Ain't gonna make no difference. Ain't gonna make no difference. Maybe instead of 4, it'll be 5. Ain't gonna make no difference.
I mean, what they
No,
banking
no.
on is really, to be honest with you, they banking on shooting, and that's not gonna, like you said, we talked about it earlier.
Yeah.
Shooting from the perimeter, they can shoot all day, but if they're not making the shots,
Right.
then you gotta
It's gonna be a long
try
night.
to get a deficit of 20 points
Audible.
on shoots on 3-point shots. It's not gonna
It's,
work.
it's gonna be a
You're
long
gonna keep
night.
missing. Then you're gonna start driving as the time is winding down.
Facts.
Game over.
Right.
Facts. Yeah. So yeah, I got Denver. Wrapping this up early. Moving on. So the team that the Miami Heat beat, the Boston Celtics, right? Hated rivals of the Lakers, can't stand them. I was very happy when they lost. Very happy when they lost. I didn't like when Tatum went down with the injury, but it was
It's one of
whatever,
the game.
right? Yeah, exactly. There's rumor going around, speculation, is Jaylen Brown going to be back? Is it something that they're interested in? Yes, they're interested in bringing him back. But my question is, why? Why? And the reason why I say why is because this core has been together for quite some time. Marcus Smart, Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum. And they've had a lot of success. They've gotten to an NBA final. They've been to Eastern Conference championships, right? But there's something that's holding them back. They can't get over the hump. That's a concern. So I feel that it might be time for them to split that trio up. It may not be Jaylen Brown that they have to let go of, or it may have to be him, but it may have to be Marcus Smart as well. I don't necessarily believe that you can win a championship with Marcus Smart being your point guard. I think he's a guy that can be a nice role piece, but if he's your starting point guard, it's a problem. He's inefficient. He's a great defender, great hustler, but he's inefficient. Can't win games like that. When you need guys to be sure-handed in the playoffs, it's not a guy that you can really be able to rely on. And I think that core, it's time for them to be able to maybe start looking at finding a different option. You know, if you want to build around Tatum, do that. There's nothing wrong with that. But I think for Jaylen Brown, it might be beneficial for him to leave the Celtics for him to be able to maximize his full potential. It's kind of like when James Harden was on the Oklahoma City Thunder. They looked at James Harden as, hey, he's a six man. Can't really do anything else. You know, he's a guy, I don't know if he can make plays. And he said, okay, cool. Let me go to Houston and let me get that ball and I'll show you exactly what I can do. So maybe Jaylen Brown needs to do that. So I mean, he might have a lot of thinking to do as well in regards to if he actually wants to go back to the Celtics. Thoughts?
Where's Bernice Burgos? Where does she live?
I don't know, but we have to find her.
Isn't Jaylen Brown's with her?
Is he?
Yeah, it's a shorty, bro. Yeah, bro. You like that's the only. Once you said Jaylen Brown, all I heard was Bernice Burgos. That's it.
I couldn't be in a relationship with a woman like that.
Why not?
She's been around.
What does that mean?
Like,
I mean, don't they all
around the way?
But there we go.
Don't they all?
Well, that's a mom.
Oh, because I'm sorry, because she's been around people who you feel intimidated.
Right.
By. Now it's a problem. But if she was with gas station Joey, you're okay with that.
No, Jimmy on 179th.
In my opinion, like I would never.
As long as she's not getting paid like cash money, actual.
Listen, every bun has its cheese, but in my opinion.
That's a bar.
Like, I could never be with a woman.
That was definitely a bar.
Who just goes out there and just gallivanting, showing her body, this and that. That's what she's known for. Everybody tapping that, touching that, poking that.
I mean, she
like,
was a star tender.
Bro. I'm good.
She was a star tender.
There's so many other women out there. You know, like you want Bernice Burgos?
A lot of them don't look like her.
There's a lot of regular chicks that got what she got, bro.
That's true. Listen, and I would take them down too. Fuck that.
Facts. Even with 300 bodies.
Right. I don't mind. I don't
300 bodies?
As long as I don't know about it?
Yeah, I don't care.
What do I care?
I'm not asking.
But you know about
it. What I don't.
I don't know.
I don't.
You have friends. I don't care.
I don't.
Okay.
Her Kegel game must be popping though.
You can have the OnlyFans.
Probably ain't.
You got the OnlyFans. I don't care.
I don't know.
300 bodies in. It gotta be.
As long as I don't subscribe.
That's what I'm saying. If I don't subscribe, I don't care.
But the problem is if my friend subscribes.
Yeah, that'd be weird.
There you go.
That's my issue.
That'd be weird.
If you have a group of, let's say, if you know 30 men, at least one of them is subscribed.
Facts.
Yeah.
Like, yo, I seen your shorty with the. Like,
that's an uncomfortable conversation. Or he comes up to you and says, "Yo, son, you know, did your thing in that video?" Like, oh, what?
Bro, first off, like, if my friend looks at me and just gives me that, like it's like, don't look at me, bro.
Yeah, don't look at me. Yeah. Sorry, I took a left, but
that definitely was a hard left. It was a hard left.
While we're still left, did you know that the amount of OnlyFans? No, you ain't even gotta worry about that. Like Miami, Florida has the highest amount of OnlyFans accounts.
100%. That's the porn capital.
Like content creators or
that's the porn capital.
Like creators.
Miami. Yeah. That's where Bang Bros is at. That's where their headquarters is at. And Brazzers.
I wish I had one of them vans, the Bang van. You ever seen Bang Bus?
Yeah.
I would pipe chicks down in a Volkswagen.
But that's their headquarters down there. It's in Miami.
I love to pretend that that's a real thing. We all know.
Back in high school, I thought it was real.
I swear it was real.
I did. I thought it was real.
Now I still like to pretend like it's real.
Right?
like you really did pick up this girl on the street.
Still like, oh my goodness.
And then
where did she come from?
And then for every $100, she gonna do some stuff.
Right.
And then by the
you guys
end,
don't think this is real?
No, it's not.
And then you banging her in the back of the van. You said, "All right, put your clothes on."
We're not talking about the actual
get your money together.
act is not real. We're talking about they're
all
porn stars.
They're all acting.
They're all actors.
Yeah, it's a show. Yeah,
but this happens in real life.
Everything
yes, of course. It's in real time. And we're saying that they're.
I thought the scenarios were really happening.
Like they're taking up just like average people off the street.
I've been in some situations.
All right, we getting on this. Yeah. All right, we getting on this. Moving on. Thank you for that hard left. Thank you. Appreciate you.
I invented some situations.
Unbelievable.
I remember when the
not doing it. Moving on. What we have?
Off mic.
Yeah. New head coaches, Frank Vogel is with the Suns. Monty Williams signed this big, crazy extension, or not extension, but big contract with the Detroit Pistons. What's the better fit?
Well, the Suns might be in some turmoil for a while.
Well, of course, they still got Black Cat Paul in there, of course.
But now, remember, they're talking about this new salary cap thing also.
Yes.
Well, now with the new cap, you're not gonna be allowed to have what, 3 superstars or whatever it is.
It's about the cap threshold and certain monies. Like if you're over a certain amount, you're gonna be able. You're not gonna have your mid-level exemption or your mid-level, your taxpayer. There's gonna be a lot of things that get taken away from you if you have these particular absorbent contracts on your team. So it's not beneficial to you,
right,
to be able to have it. You can have it, but you're not going to be able to fill out an adequate roster if you have guys like that. Right. So, Phoenix is going to they have a lot of things to discuss because Chris Paul's, making a lot of money. Devin Booker's making a lot of money. Kevin Durant's making a lot of money. So with those 3 guys alone, it's going to be hard for you to fill out a roster. But I think if they can find a suitor for Chris Paul, it's going to be very hard. But I think if we're just staying on topic of the coach, I think Frank Vogel's a good hire for them just because he's a defensive-minded coach. They don't play any defense on that team, and he can be able to bring some toughness defensively for them, right? Not saying that Chris Paul is going to automatically turn into, a great defender, but his defensive concepts is going to allow them to be able to look a little better defensively. That's what he did for us with the Lakers in 2020. Like, the Lakers were the best defensive team when he was coaching them. You know what I mean? Offense is not his standpoint, but when you have Devin Booker and KD, it really doesn't matter about your offensive schemes. You can hire a offensive-minded assistant coach, bring them in, have a system in place, and just give those guys the ball anyway. But the defense is what they really need. The culture, a guy that's level-headed, that can be able to speak to the media and not really flinch. You know what I mean? Like I think Frank Vogel was a very good coach for the Lakers. I was very disheartened by how his tenure ended because they sabotaged with Westbrook, obviously. But I think he landed good in the situation. It was a real good situation for him. So shouts to him. But Monty Williams, this is definitely one of those situations of take the money and run. Right? Like, you go to one of the worst franchises in recent memory. Like, this is not your Larry Brown Pistons. This is the dog shit Pistons that they've been for the last 20 years. You know what I'm saying? And, he has a contract that they said that he can be able to make close to $100 million over the lifetime of the contract, which is wild. Monty Williams is good. He ain't that good. But for a team like Detroit, you have to overpay to get a quality coach because of the dumpster fire.
Now you gotta get players.
They ain't gonna win the players. Anybody going there. So, it's one of those situations where I'm just gonna wait and see, but I can see him. They've invested so much money into him. I can't see them even firing him early if it don't work out.
Makes sense.
That's too much money for them to eat. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But I would have did the same thing. I may not have wanted to go there, but if you're gonna pay me 100 M's to go, I'm going. I'm going.
Question for you.
Yes.
How do you think Chris Paul would fit in Boston?
I think Chris Paul would be a good fit in Boston. He would actually be what they need in Boston because of his mindset and his demeanor and his approach, where he's no nonsense and he's not going to allow them to be able to, kind of mess around.
Right.
So I think Chris Paul in Boston would make sense if they can find a deal that works. Right. But his contract is so crazy, and also too, if you do make the trade for Chris Paul, the next thing that you're going to have to do is put Jason Tatum in bubble wrap. Because you don't want to have him get hurt when he's leaving the arena. He might be shaking a security guard's hand and maybe break a finger. He may end up tripping on the sidewalk and being out for 6 to 8 weeks. There's a lot of things that can happen when Black Cat Paul is around. Yeah. So you can have him, but you gotta make sure that there's security safeguards, contingencies in place for the people that you hold near and dear, because you know, his jinx can affect a lot of people.
Word is he was at the ceremony when Biden fell.
This is very
my
possible. Like that
gosh.
sandbag just came out of nowhere because Chris Paul was there.
Crazy.
So we go find out that Chris Paul's a Joe Biden fan, and that's why he tripped. Yeah. So you know, it just happens. You know, people just trip on air when Chris Paul's around. Moving on. Lonzo Ball. Lonzo Ball's career is, you know, I feel bad for this kid. I really do, because, you know, his career was starting to take off, and these knee problems just started to really develop, and he's at a point where, you know, we had talked about this, you know, probably a month or two ago, that
hopefully he heals, but
you know, if he has he's having ligament replacement surgery, and if it doesn't go well, this may be it. So there's rumors that there's a feeling that Chicago has that he's not coming back, which is really, really sad. You know what I mean?
Wait,
So
I feel like they got another D Rose on their hand.
it's worse. At least D Rose, they got years out of D Rose. They got an MVP and Eastern Conference Finals out of it. Like, they got a lot out of D Rose.
D Rose rose up like a phoenix.
Yeah.
Out the ashes.
Right.
When he finally started playing again. But I feel like Lonzo Ball was actually really getting, like,
He was
becoming himself.
Yeah.
You know?
He was starting to find his groove. You know? So it's
That
like,
sucks.
you know, for him to be able to possibly lose his career, I mean, it's not his fault. It's just sometimes your body just fails. There's nothing you can do about that. You know what I mean? Like, there's no technology, there's no, you know, potion that you can take. Sometimes your body is just not equipped to be
What if
successful
he did
playing
what
sports.
There's
Franklin
potion
Saint
out
did?
there he can take.
Nah.
What if he summoned the devil, like Franklin Saint?
Here we go.
Like Damson Idris?
And I'm sorry. Yeah. Damson, whatever the hell his name
I
is.
can tell you who he got to call.
Who?
His mommy?
Go ahead, say it.
No, maybe I should keep it to myself.
Say it.
No.
I got the mute
The
button right there
is
on
not
deck.
gonna stop it.
Cause y'all, I'm gonna call y'all the demonetization twins.
Nah, you ain't gotta say it.
Y'all are
That
just
side of town, though.
y'all are just bad luck. That's what y'all are. But yeah,
That side of town could fix it.
but yeah, unfortunately, you know, hopefully everything works out with Lonzo Ball, man. But it don't look good for the kid. But after the break, we got some more basketball stuff. I got some good stuff too. After the break.
Yo, this is Cigar Gents and Gals. I want to give a shout out to my boy Barry for leaving podcast. Keep doing your thing, bro. Killing it.
Welcome back, y'all.
Welcome back, y'all.
Bob Myers, the architect for the great Golden State Warriors dynasty, has decided to leave the organization. He might be leaving basketball altogether. I don't know if he's going to have interest in staying around, or he just wants to take some time off to just kind of reset. But he said during his press conference, he grew up a Warriors fan, you know, being up there in the bleachers and getting an opportunity to be able to be the architect and to build this team and to have this championship run was the greatest dream we can ever have, right? So, you know, he accomplished everything that he wanted to do, and, you know, at some point the run has to be over, right? My question for the room is, I'm a historian, and I look at everything from a historical standpoint because I believe that history repeats itself. Jerry Krause, R.C. Buford, you know, the list goes on with other GMs. I can't really think of Jerry West, excuse me. Pat Riley wasn't really a GM, but he's a president. He operates the same way. He calls all the shots, right? Those guys are great organizational builders. When those people depart from their positions, you see a significant drop-off in regards to the quality of players that they bring in. So my problem is that everybody's like, oh, well, you know, Golden State still has Steph, they still have Clay, they still got Draymond. But when you go from great to good, That's a significant drop off. Chicago Bulls haven't recovered since.
Facts.
They haven't recovered since Jerry Krause. R.C. Buford was the architect of the great Spurs dynasty. He's not there anymore. See a difference? When Jerry West left the Lakers, there was a significant change. This is what I'm saying, is that I'm not saying that Mike Dunleavy Jr., who's the assistant GM, who's probably now going to be taking over the full-time role as GM, won't probably do a good job. But you're going from great to good. Or you're going from great to okay. That's a significant drop-off. So when you have guys like Steph, Clay, and Draymond that are advanced, that are up there in age, do they actually have time to be able to have this guy figure it out on the job? Or should you try to get somebody who's a little bit more established that understands what's in front of them and try to, you know, keep everything on an even plane, that you don't have a significant drop off? Phil?
I think it's the organization saying that it's time for a change, you know? Like,
right.
At the end of the day, you know, you have these superstars, but clearly it's not getting you a championship anymore. Clearly they don't think that, you know, as the team that you are, you're going to continue to compete at a high level. So you got to make moves. You got to figure it out. Things can't stay the same forever.
Do you think that Golden State still has a championship window thing?
I personally feel that, I don't know, like watching Steph Curry play this playoffs, I feel like it's a different Steph now.
Well, there's more pressure on him because that team wasn't equipped to win.
Right.
They just weren't.
And I'll be honest with you, I don't think Steph's gonna stay around too much longer.
In what sense? Like,
I'm talking about NBA in general.
NBA in general.
Well, he's 35. So how many years do you think he has left? I mean, honestly, I think Steph can play until he's 40.
I think he can, but I don't think he really necessarily needs to.
Doesn't need to.
Nor
No,
do I think he really wants to.
I mean, he doesn't look like he's slowing down, but we'll see. We'll see.
Like, what do you do to fix this?
You have to. They need a roster overhaul. They do. They need to get a lot of lengthy wings, some 3-and-D guys that can be able to make some shots. They didn't have enough players on the roster like that this year, and that's why they struggled. And when you had to rely on guys like Jordan Poole, that's the problem. But
with the roster overhaul, I don't see them getting a chip for the next 2 seasons.
It's very possible. So now we're talking about Steph being 37.
That's what I don't see him hanging around too much longer.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, and the GM is a part of that, right? Like, if you have a GM that, okay, he's been an assistant GM, but he is not in the chair.
Right.
So it's like, how much time does he particularly need to be able to gather his footing as a general manager?
It's a lot of moving pieces.
It's a lot of moving pieces. So it's, you know, I know Golden State fans are going to say, oh, he doesn't know what he's talking. We're fine. Nope. All right.
You know, crazy. I feel like if Steph, when Steph Curry does leave or retire, whichever one.
Oh, it's gonna be
over.
It's gonna be over. It's gonna be a desert.
Desert. Going back to the old Golden State.
It's gonna be like when Jordan left the Bulls.
Right. Nobody picked.
Yeah, when Tim Duncan left the Spurs. That's what it's gonna be like.
Yep.
When you have that level of greatness on your team for that long, and you get used to winning, and that's gone, and they retire, you feel that void. It's very hard to replace.
It's like
you're not gonna replace a Steph Curry.
Like a woman getting divorced and just eating ice cream.
Facts.
And bonbons, getting fat, and thinking no one wants me anymore. It's not because you're fat. It's probably because you got a dumb freaking attitude.
Relax.
Relax.
Getting fluffy.
Yeah. I like him fluffy.
I love him fluffy.
I like him fluffy.
You a chubby chaser?
I'm not a chubby chaser, but you know, I do what I gotta do. I'm not chasing him.
Why not? Now you tight?
They come to me.
Do you like when women pick you up because you like 5'4"?
I've never had one pick me up. Never.
I don't believe you.
No reason to lie.
Put me on this calendar.
If a woman pick me up, trust me, I'd tell you. Like, there's no shame in my game.
What about you, Phil? I already know the answer.
I know you know the answer because there's no reason for you to turn to me and ask me that question. So I've had a woman put me up in my past, and it was pretty emasculating.
How big was she? Because you're not a small guy.
She was 6'1".
Whoa.
Yeah.
She's played volleyball.
Yeah. She had big feet, didn't she?
She had big feet. She put my sneakers on easy. And she's like, "Can I have these?" And I'm like, "No, you can't. You can't have my sneakers."
Does she have nice big feet though?
What size?
I really didn't care. I wear an 11.
Oh, you're not a foot person.
What? An 11?
Yeah.
Holy shit!
Tugboat.
It's a Razor scooter.
Yeah.
Nah, it's not that. That's not a
big.
thing.
You're
It's not
relaxed.
that. It's very common size.
That's 1 inch shorter than a foot.
He said a razor.
Right,
scooter.
and it's my foot, and it's fine.
No, it's her shoe though.
I kept those shoes, so it's okay. It's all right.
Yo.
I left immediately. I was very emasculated.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie to you. I mean,
There's only one. I wouldn't mind Jade Cargill putting me on
Yo.
something else. She could pick me up and fucking do whatever she wants.
facts. Facts.
That's a different scenario.
You know that move, like when you take a chick and you turn it upside down, you
Yeah.
lick her while she's blowing you. Like, I would want Jade Cargill to pick me up and turn me upside down, so where I'm up here while she's doing the blowing and I'm down here doing the licking.
So she's holding you upside down.
Yes.
Yo, you should see what Nicole is doing.
That's kind of
right
dope. That's actually kind of.
now. Nicole is red. She's the color of your shirt
She's
right
like,
now.
I tried this before.
What's wrong with you? Leave Nicole alone,
She was
okay?
like, I definitely picked that
Right.
4'2" guy up.
Unbelievable. Moving on, okay? Because you guys are the left kings.
Listen,
you
no,
just
no,
turn,
no, no.
y'all
You
just
did,
turn
you
off the
did
road.
this. You did this one.
It's not
You,
me.
it
you
was not
started
me.
it. You knew.
It was not me.
You knew. You
started
knew the
it.
story.
I did. But you didn't have to elaborate, okay? I just asked you a question.
You're right.
You can say yes or no.
You're right.
You can say yes or no.
You're right.
All right, now it's time for my irrelevant news of the week.
You gotta be kidding me. I mean, how do you watch them? I mean, yeah, they stink.
Ah, do I love this time of the pod? You know, it's a slow week, though. It really was. Slow week. I didn't see much interesting stories. However, did come across some good ones. I don't know how great they are, but they're pretty good. First one. Did you hear about Amazon's Ring Bell? Well, Amazon's Ring Bell, they have to pay out millions of dollars because that Ring Bell, they've had people monitoring you through those Ring Bells. So those people that have the monitors on their children or whatever
Right.
they're doing in their rooms, you've been being watched.
Wow.
You've been watched this whole time. So Amazon is going to have to pay out, like, we're talking about in the double digits of millions to customers.
So everybody gets $1.
No, they're paying out money.
Really?
Yeah, they're paying out big money.
I'm ready to throw in my room now.
But it's
Yeah.
gonna be split in between all the people that.
But it's
I
still,
have a
it's
Ring
the,
Bell,
it's
so
you still
I'll
gonna
take my
get.
$50 check.
right.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
gonna say it's probably gonna be like $160 to $7.
I'll take my $6.
Spread
That's all
out.
right. I'll take my yeah, I'll take my $6. I'm good with that.
But that's
Right.
their fault though.
Yeah.
Because didn't they got exposed because they wanted to start a show
Mm-hmm.
where they were showing the funny things that happen on people's Ring cameras.
Right.
Wow.
And everybody's like, where are you getting this footage?
Exactly.
Where's all this footage? Are people sending this into you? Like, where's this footage coming from?
Yeah, they're sending us. Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, like, this is why, like, you know, those what do you call it, the Alexa
Mm-hmm.
things?
Mhm.
I plug the motherfuckers out.
Mm-hmm.
Out.
Yeah.
If I'm not using it, plug it out. I don't trust it. Listen, I am very old school when it comes to, like, I don't trust Skynet. I think everything is Skynet. I think Apple phones are Skynet. I think all of those things are Skynet.
Apple phones are definitely
Yeah,
Skynet.
I believe it.
Bro,
I believe it. I want no parts of it.
I saw something new about the Apple iPhones recently. How they took an infrared camera and, like, in the dark, and the dude had his phone up. And, like, every 2 seconds, it takes a picture of him.
Nah, see? No,
Yeah,
I'm
like,
not into that.
my like, so in my in the kids' room, there's a camera, like
Mhm.
a Nano cam, and you know, my wife would be on the phone, like, whatever, just being on the phone, and I could see, like, it's an infrared camera at night, so you can see the kids, like, pitch black, and you can see the phone just flashing.
Wow,
crazy.
And I screen recorded it and I showed it to her. I was like, look at this. And I was like, your phone takes pictures of you all the time.
Right.
Like, it's all it's doing. Like, it takes a bunch of pictures of you. I'm like, no, it doesn't. I'm like, look at this video. And I showed her the video. And she's like, why is he doing that? I'm like, he does it all the time. I'm like,
crazy.
That's the face recognition stuff.
Yeah.
It just keeps taking pictures of you all the time.
That's scary, bro.
It looks crazy when you see it in real time.
Is that why you got a Samsung?
Yeah, that's why I got one.
That's
why I don't trust Skynet. Don't do it. Don't do it. Okay?
No, but I can't, like, I love Apple Music now. It just works.
Well, listen, I love my Apple phone. It's whatever, I guess. If they're...
You're just used to it now.
I'm just used to it.
Yeah.
It's like muscle memory.
Yeah.
Yeah, so if they're now,
that's all right
on
with
my personal life, it is what it is at this point.
Yeah, at this point.
Yeah.
When you guys turn into zombies, just listen. Just know I'm going to be the first one to put a bullet in you. All right?
What if I'm the one that doesn't turn?
I think that any little scratch or something that makes me feel uncomfortable, you catching it. I'm sorry.
Well, right. At least chain me up and wait a little while.
No. I got no time for that.
That's how people die.
I got no time for that.
No, if you chain me up, just
I have no time for that.
Shoot me in the head.
That's how you get scratched in the neck.
Yeah, exactly.
Stay away from me.
You know what you do? You lie to me.
Yeah.
Tell me they didn't touch you.
Right.
Then I'm gonna bite you.
Nah, I'll figure it out.
I'll figure it out at some point.
I'll figure it out.
But if I see it,
yeah. That's what I'm saying.
I'm not waiting.
That's what I'm talking about. Like I am a zero tolerance type of person.
Facts.
If I see you acting crazy, or if like you know how I don't want to say this crazy, but when animals or horses break their leg and they gotta put the horse down.
Yeah.
I'm the same thing in a zombie apocalypse.
Right.
Like if you trip and fall and you sprain your ankle and now you have to hold me up, it's either bullet or I'm just gonna leave you there.
Right.
Like
Speaking of the horses, we should all move.
all right, relax.
Wyoming. What? Where like they have like wild horses that still just running around. Like that's so dope. And the land out there is dirt cheap.
What do I care about watching horses run around?
Like the land. I'm saying the land out there is dirt cheap.
Well, what are we doing in Wyoming as black men?
Well, you do whatever you want to do.
What do you want to do?
What do you do now? What do you do now that you can't do in Wyoming?
Play Call of Duty.
I don't play that.
Okay. I'm just saying.
I don't play
I'm
that
just saying you
stuff.
could.
What can you do? Like what can't you do there?
I can't go to the movies willingly because the movie theater is like 6 hours away. There's nothing around.
Well, move closer to the movie theater. Build your own.
There's nothing around.
Build
Okay?
your own.
Nothing around. Moving on. Next one. I have let's see here. Lawyer facing punishment says he greatly regrets using ChatGPT in lawsuit after AI program cited at least 6 non-existent cases.
Wow.
It's come to this. It has come to this. We have people that are being trusted to get people off, and they're using ChatGPT to help them solve cases. What are we doing here?
ChatGPT is dope, though. I ain't gonna hold you.
Not for this.
Not for that, but it's dope.
I'm mad. Listen, I'm not mad that he used ChatGPT. I'm mad that he didn't fact check.
Right.
He didn't have to do the work.
Right.
Like,
Idiot brain.
It wrote the deposition or whatever it was for him.
And he just went with it.
He just took it and said, "Okay, let's go." And we're out.
This has to be right.
They're pulling it from the internet. It gotta be right.
Copy
Dummy.
paste.
Dummy.
Poor guy.
Like, yo, if that's your lawyer, you're not putting hands and feet on him?
Bro. If that's my lawyer, I want my money back.
And you putting hands and feet on him.
Right. Well, if I'm in jail.
If you're in jail, I don't know if you're going to be able to put your hands and feet on.
That's why I'll tell somebody, I'll have to make a phone call. Listen, hands and feet. Get on him. Get on him now. That's all I'm saying. Like, ChatGPT? Really?
That's crazy, bro.
I can't do it. Can't do it. Last one.
That's impressive.
Josh Hart. Josh Hart, who is actually the NBA player, played for the Knicks this year. He's a free agent. Josh Hart says, and he said this on a podcast. I think he said it on Stephen A. Smith's show or somebody else's show. He said, I'm not going to lie to you. It was exceptional. It tasted like sweet almond milk.
Hey, yo.
You don't know what I'm talking about yet. So you can't say hey, yo.
Still don't sound right.
Do you know what he was referring to?
Breast milk.
There you go. Breast milk.
I done had my share of breast milk.
Yeah, me too.
Is that rumor true?
I don't like it, to be honest with you.
I don't like it either.
It don't taste like almond milk.
It is sweet though.
Yeah.
What does it taste like?
You didn't taste it?
No.
What's wrong with you? It's very nutritious.
You tasted it. You just don't know.
No, I didn't.
You like flipped the switch really quick, right? You went from
Sucking on
saying you don't
those
like it to,
Tiggle
oh my god, you
bitties.
didn't taste it.
She's having it.
Well, you gotta
No
taste
lactate?
it.
No.
You gotta taste
I
it.
wasn't fortunate to get that. She didn't.
I sucked it straight from the nipple because I wanted to the full experience.
Yeah,
I
I didn't.
I wanted to see how much pressure you needed to get it out. And I wanted to. I didn't even know.
It's very light pressure.
Yeah, it's very.
Yeah.
Like, because it just drips on its own. So when I got there, it was already moist.
When they feeling milky.
Huh? Well, they feel heavy. You know, they get heavy.
What does it taste like? What I'm saying.
It tastes like.
Does it have a sour aftertaste?
You know what it tastes like? Like
coconut milk.
Heavy. No, like heavy whipping cream.
I think it tastes like coconut milk. It's like really sweet. It's really
Yeah.
Coconut milk.
It does not taste like coconut milk. I love coconut milk. It does not taste like coconut milk.
I don't love coconut milk either. So
I love coconut milk.
Coconut milk is a good.
I like it. I put it in my
Like a
rice.
sweeter
I put in a lot of
coconut
things.
milk?
I make like when I make chicken. I use that. Like, I make
All right. Here's a
I'm
left question.
Caribbean. I put it in my rice.
Here's a left question for y'all. Is there bad milk?
Is it bad milk?
Is there bad milk?
I don't want no project titty milk.
There's got to be.
Like
it's got to be bad.
I don't want no hairy nipple milk.
Do
nothing
women
like that.
have sour milk, man? Could you
sure.
imagine?
I'm sure. Some people have terrible diets, so I'm
Yes.
sure.
Yes.
I'm sure there's some bad.
Yeah,
milk
that
out
baby
there.
must be tight drinking that sour milk.
Like
and knowing that you don't have another option.
Well, at
This
that point,
is- this is your life.
But at that point, the baby really doesn't have a palate.
Yeah, that's foul, but that's foul though.
foul, yeah.
Like this is your life. You don't have an option to say, I don't want this.
Yeah, you don't know.
I
any
like
better.
something else. This is your
is it.
sustenance. Like
Yeah,
this is
this
what
is
you
it.
have to use to survive.
You don't have any
That's
options.
foul, bro.
My question is
That's
like,
foul.
Women with hairy nipples, like,
Right.
do they shave them before they breastfeed? Because the last thing you want is the child. Like, you ever had hair in your mouth and you just can't get it out? Like, it could be in the back and like, how you get that?
It's like a kernel.
Yeah, like
Kernel. Yeah.
I don't think the hair is on the actual nipple.
it's
though.
on the areola.
It's around it.
Yeah,
It's around it.
the ring around the nipple.
Yeah, it's
The
exactly.
areola.
So it's not
Yeah,
on
the
the
baby's
nipple.
mouth. Like, babies don't just go straight for
Oh yeah, baby put the whole
latch.
yeah, they put the whole areola.
But is that a turnover though? Hair around the nipple?
I wouldn't want to lick no hairy nipples.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
I granted, you know, everyone can grow hair in different places.
Yeah, true story.
It's natural. Like, that's
Would
too
you
natural.
shave
I'm sure the baby doesn't mind.
It's
Of
too
course, the
natural.
baby doesn't mind if he drinking sour milk as
Yeah,
well.
I'm sure the baby doesn't
Yeah.
mind.
Yeah. But the baby
baby
could be
doesn't
like,
even know the milk's
but the baby
sour.
could be like coughing. You're like,
Facts,
why is the
he
baby
doesn't even know it's
coughing?
sour.
He's
Doesn't even know it's
like,
sour.
why is little Johnny coughing? Look, maybe because you have fucking nipple hair in his throat. You know?
You gotta swab,
Right.
swab his mouth.
Ah!
To get the.
Yeah, the baby's going.
Oh, yeah, like, how was I gonna get it out?
And you knocking the baby back and it's not helping.
All right.
Yeah, y'all
Right?
crazy. Yeah.
Like, what do you do?
That's a
Yo,
wild question.
I'm pretty sure something like that can cause
I
the
want
hiccups.
off this podcast tonight. I'm done with
That
y'all.
could definitely cause the hiccups.
I have facts. Could you imagine if the head gets stuck right here between the
Oh my god, in the windpipe.
yeah, that's a bad night for that baby.
Oh my lord.
Like, what? How you fix that?
That's crazy, bro.
How you fix that? And that all started with the bad milk.
Right.
that's what it started with. But that is my irrelevant news of the week.
You gotta be kidding me. I mean, how do you
I hate
watch
these
the?
people. I
I
really
mean,
do.
yeah,
That was funny.
they stink.
Moving on, please. Hopefully. I am a big fan of Scottie Pippen. I am. I'm a big fan of Scottie Pippen. He played, you know, the fact that he, you know, his wife, what was her, Larsa, what was her name? Larsa Pippen? Yeah, he had some nice sexcapades with her. I liked it. These great stories, right? He's a great man. His son plays for the Lakers. Great man, right? However, there was some shade that was thrown at him during the last dance, and things have been miserable ever since in regards to the relationship between Michael Jordan and Scottie Pippen. Well, he adds to it now because Scottie Pippen's in his bag. He said that before he got there, before he got to Chicago, Jordan was a terrible
Yeah.
He said Jordan was a terrible basketball player. Terrible. Didn't pass, can't shoot, done nothing. All you can do is dunk. Shade.
Wow.
And for me, I was like, First off, I was like,
Shots fired! Shots fired!
but I also said, I kind of agree. I kind of agree with Scottie Pippen because, hey, people in the cult of Michael Jordan that he has out there, right? People that are just diehard Jordan fans. You would believe that Michael Jordan's career was only 6 years.
Right.
That's what you think.
Don't talk about everything.
When you talk about him, right? Mm-hmm. They only talk about the 6. They don't talk about all the years that he had prior to that where he won nothing. He's a scoring machine, couldn't get out of the second round. Right? Nobody talks about that. But when Scottie got there, when Phil got there, Horace Grant got there, B.J. Armstrong got there, then things started to turn the corner. So for Pippen, I don't know if he's wrong. Right. You know, they're gonna say that he's what do you call it? Miserable or old or whatever it is, and it's sour grapes. But there's some validity here. I'm just saying. Y'all, people gonna come after me after this. Of course, I'm gonna clip this up and I'm gonna be the hater, right? But really and truly, I would love to ask the majority of Jordan fans, give me some highlights outside of the 6 seasons that we normally discuss. I'd love to know, because I don't think that they know. I don't. Thoughts?
I posted a video this week of Ari Spears talking about LeBron James versus like Jordan, and he was saying pretty much Jordan is the greatest player to him, and LeBron James is like somebody that he really likes, or he's a fan of LeBron James. But I think, bro, Jordan is the best, bro. I'm not a Jordan fan, but he's the best.
Why?
And if you like Kobe, you got to say the same thing.
But why is Jordan the best?
Why not?
That's not a reason.
You can't answer a
question
with a question.
Exactly.
Yes, you can.
No, you can't.
No,
bro, Jordan was one of the most clutch players ever.
No, he wasn't.
He wasn't?
No. And LeBron James has a higher field goal percentage than Michael Jordan and anybody in NBA history.
Forget the percentages. I'm talking about the game.
What do you mean forget the percentages?
No, so you're talking about numbers right now. I'm talking about watching the basketball game. When it came down to being the clutch player, Jordan did it.
It's about numbers. You know what?
So let me ask you this. Let me ask you a question.
Hold it.
Right.
We're gonna go to break, and I'm gonna lay into your ass. Pause.
Hey, yo, what the fuck?
After the break.
He has changed the game, whether you like it or not. He's changed it. He's impacted the game in some fashion or form.
I'm gonna find a bar mitzvah for you to go to, and you gonna turn that motherfucker out.
Yeah, all the gals watching.
Crack him if you got him.
All the gals watching. Minus 6.
And I would like to formally welcome you to
Welcome.
And welcome.
And welcome.
The grid.
To the grid.
To the grid.
To the grid.
Welcome to the grid.
And welcome to the grid.
Welcome to the grid.
Ain't gonna be no welcome back, y'all. I'm going straight into this. So, the man said on the break that Jordan's the most clutch, or what was he saying?
He's one of the most clutch players in the NBA.
And I told you that LeBron James has a higher field goal percentage in clutch moments than Michael Jordan does. And then your rebuttal was, well, it's a team game.
It is. That's
so how does it go from that to that?
Bro, it's basketball.
But how do you go from that to that?
Something.
What, being clutch versus... Listen, I stand by what I say.
You still didn't give me a valid reason as to why Michael Jordan is the best.
All right.
Something from nothing leaves nothing.
I need to hear it.
Listen, titles, a lot of stuff, bro. Listen, I'm a LeBron fan, but I'm not gonna take anything from Jordan. I can't.
So Jordan has 6 rings.
Yeah.
Bill Russell has 12.
We wasn't talking about Bill Russell.
But you just said what makes him great is that he has titles. He doesn't have the most.
Listen, that's okay.
What I don't get is how you said you're not going to take anything away from Jordan, but you're taking away from LeBron, even though you're a LeBron
What am I
fan.
taking away from him?
You just said that. You said you won't take anything away from Jordan.
Bro, I can't.
You see, the thing is, the reason why I'm with Scottie Pippen is because there's a lot of things that I can be able to pull about Michael Jordan's career that just irritates me whenever I speak to people. I don't knock people for them supporting Jordan. That's not my stance. It's when it's this folklore about MJ that pisses me off. That's what really bothers me, is that they have kind of made him into this mythical creature when it really wasn't that. This is a guy that complained to the commissioner's office. They're fouling me too hard. You need to do something about it. The Pistons are hurting me. You need to change the rules. David Stern says, we have to make sure that we protect the golden goose. So we have to change the rules. And lo and behold, they changed the rules and the Bulls are in the finals. How interesting. What also happened after that is that somebody has a gambling problem. And instead of him facing suspension for his gambling problem, he retires. Interesting. Stay away for a year and come back. And in that year, what we saw was the NBA, just out of the blue, moves the 3-point line in. Because they say that there was a scoring problem. Oh, really? Or was there an MJ problem? The fact that he's not there, so they need more scoring and move the line in. Then when he comes back, the line is still short and he's shooting 40+% from 3. Oh. Those things happen. It's the same guy that took Zeke off of the Dream Team because he wanted to. Oh. That guy. So the thing with me is, and when people like to throw shade and I bring up these facts to them, you know what I hear? Nothing.
Crickets.
Then I hear, this is the other line because they all read from the same cult script. Well, Jordan just did it better. Is that your excuse? Is that what we're doing now?
Jordan fans are like Trump fans.
So this is my question. This is my question.
I'm not a Jordan fan.
Nah, no, we're not even talking about Chili right now. We're off Chili. But when Scottie Pippen, the person that literally was there for the entire run, says these things, and you still have people out there, yeah, he a hater. Nobody called Jordan a hater when they made Pippen look like a chump on the documentary. Nobody said nothing about that. The whole documentary was about making Pippen look small.
Right.
But yeah, we talking about the Bulls here. We supposed to be talking about how great this team was. But why you have to embarrass him?
True.
The other reason why the documentary came out, did you know this, Phil? Is that LeBron James had accomplished something. That's when Michael Jordan greenlit the documentary to come out.
You want to let people know.
Yeah. Don't forget about me.
Don't forget about me. Jordan. Last Dance.
Don't get me started on that, man. Moving on. I'm done. Okay? I go all night.
Now you've pissed him off.
All night.
Listen, Scottie Pippen only said those things because Jordan's son
Facts.
did things to his ex-wife.
And he doesn't like it.
And he doesn't like it.
He doesn't like it.
Well,
that was his box.
It ain't his no more.
It was.
Right. But, jealousy.
Bro,
egos,
listen. Sometimes I'll buy a pair of sneakers. They come in a brown box. I'll sell another pair of sneakers. I'll put them back in that same box, change the label. It goes back to the post office. Goes into another set of hands.
Goes back to the streets.
Then it goes back to somewhere else. Like that box can go everywhere, bro.
But what happens when you put the wrong shoes in the wrong box, and then somebody opens the box and they get pissed off because they thought it was something else in there?
Well, that ain't my problem. Ain't my box.
It is your problem.
Ain't my box.
It is your problem.
Ain't my box.
Okay.
What if you loved and took care of that box for many
Facts.
years?
Massage that box.
And then you
Bro,
lost it.
All
to
he
some-
did was
to some
abuse
child
that
you
box.
knew since you were 6.
All he did was abuse that box.
He did. He definitely did abuse that. If the rumors were true, he was.
But she was with it.
She's a trooper.
She was with it.
But
yeah.
that box got to be done by now.
Relax.
You know,
sir.
like when the box get wet in the rain, sitting on the steps.
Oh my goodness!
And then you pick it up, it's like falling.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
Coming apart in layers.
Yeah,
right.
that's a good one. Moving on. There's an update on Ja Morant, y'all. Adam Silver said, "Hey, listen, there's some additional information out there that we've gathered. I think we have all we need." That's basically what he said. I think we have all we need. I'm going to make an announcement after the NBA Finals, which will probably be over very quickly. So, thoughts on how many games you guys think Ja's going to get? I'll start with you, Fang. How many games?
Half the season.
So you think that he gets?
No, I'm sorry. You know what?
40 games.
I think he
41
comes. I
games.
think he comes back after All-Star Weekend.
So he roughly around. So if it's All-Star Weekend, that's like a little over 50 games.
Yeah.
Chili, how many do you think he gets?
Yeah, I don't say that many. I think 30.
30? What about you, Phil?
I'd love to just know what he has first. I mean, like potentially he got like a 6-game suspension.
Well, originally it was a I think it was a 6-game.
Yeah, I think it was a 6-game.
And then but this is a second violation where you literally sat down with the commissioner for hours and lied to him.
Assuming that's a double up, so
Yeah.
what, 12.
So you're going 12.
So
Okay.
say let's go 20. So,
You're going 20.
Yeah.
Okay.
Assuming there's more that we're gonna find
So
out.
30, 20, you say after the All-Star break, which gives you roughly around 40-something games or something like that.
The reason I say that is because you don't want to bring him back right before All-Star
Mm-hmm.
Weekend. Because for one, where do you put him? Like, all right, Ja Morant's back. You don't want to take the attention away from the All-Star Weekend because technically he can't be in the All-Star game. He can't be in any contest or anything. Like, he doesn't qualify. Maybe the dunk contest. That's about it. Maybe some skills challenge.
It's a good point that you
You
want to keep that story away from your All-Star Weekend until after. Not a bad.
So it's
not a
either
bad
gonna have to
thing.
be short or longer.
My personal number, and I have a number that if he gets anything less than that, I'm not gonna be happy. I think he should get 55 games. 55 games is the number that's in my head. I just think he needs to know what it's like to not have basketball and not get paid either. I know those things are probably not possible because of CBA rules and the union and all that stuff, but there's a lesson that needs to be like learned here for him. The NBA has to drop the hammer. You have to. If you want to keep order in your league, it's just like anything. It's just like any job. You cannot do certain things even off the job that's going to look bad on the job. If you leave the job, right? You clock out of work and they catch you in the corner selling, smoking crack. That's a problem. That's a problem. And if it's in their guidelines and say, hey, we do not want our employees smoking crack on the sidelines or outside, and you go ahead and say, all right, cool, you caught me this time. Promise. No more crack.
Right.
It's
Right?
a one-time thing.
Crack is out.
But it's so true though, because
And then you go ahead and do it again. The second time, they're going to drop the hammer on you.
Right.
They are.
As they should.
As they should. So anybody who defends that and defends him, you already know why there's certain people that just don't progress in life because it's always somebody else's fault, or they always like to look for comparable situations where, well, this person did this and they got. Who cares? Like I've seen Steven J. I've seen other people bring up other players like Chris Kaman. He was, had all these guns and all this stuff. I said, what does that have to do with Ja Morant? Seriously, what does that have to do with Ja Morant? Chris Kaman is nowhere near the superstar or nowhere near having the influence that Ja Morant has.
Well, I can understand it to some extent. Like, at the end of the day, you're still representing the NBA.
Yeah,
Right, but
they're
he's
trying to paint them to be
I
equal.
get it, but there's a difference between the CEO, the CFO, and the guy that cleans the stalls. Right?
That's true.
Chris Kaman cleans the stalls. Ja Morant is the face of your league. He's the person that's on commercials. Chris Kaman's not on commercials. Chris Kaman's not the person that kids are looking up. It matters.
That's a double standard, bro.
It matters,
That's
bro.
a double standard.
There is double standard when it comes to being a superstar. You get superstar treatment, right? When you're a superstar. So if you break the rules, you're supposed to get the same type of treatment.
Yeah, but if they put this in writing, they're not gonna say, "Oh, this excludes the guys who aren't superstars." No,
we
it's
don't know
across
what the
board.
guidelines are. That's a great point, but we don't know what the guidelines are. We're just talking about what it looks like on the face of it.
Right.
If I'm the face of the company, I have way more responsibility than you do. Than the person who's driving the truck in the back.
True. But
my penalty is going to be way harsher than yours. It is, because I have to be a certain way. You can be able to show up to work in whatever they tell you to show up in, right? Jeans, sneakers. If I come into work in jeans and sneakers, it's a violation for me. I have to be in a suit. And if I don't adhere to whatever policies that are required for me as the face of a league or face of the company, that's a problem.
But the reason why I say that is because at any given time, like, look at, like, not to say he's anywhere near the caliber of player of Ja Morant, but look how everybody was going crazy. Linsanity. Oh, it's crazy. Like, at any point in time, you could be the face of something. It may not be the league in general, but you could be the face of this NBA franchise, which is still the face of the NBA.
But if Lin would have ended up having guns and the gun rule was that strict, he would have caught the same flack that Ja Morant's catching.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? You can't penalize a guy. Like, things are different now, where social media is such an impactful thing for people's everyday life.
Mm-hmm.
Ja Morant is the face of social media for these kids. They do everything he does. So you have to protect your league and say, yo, this guy is going to be the future of our league, whether we like it or not. But we can't have this. Can't have it. He's not doing anything illegal, but it doesn't look good for your brand.
Ultimately.
You understand what I'm saying? Not doing anything. That's people's defense. He's not doing anything illegal, but it makes the NBA look bad. Why are investors going to want to invest into your big brand if that's the image that you're showing?
It's like YouTube. It's like YouTube demonetizing.
Yeah, exactly. The demonetizing twins right here, right? So that's my thing, is that if you have a certain image to upkeep, and you have somebody who you're trusting to push your league forward as the face, and they're not keeping up to the standard that you need them to keep up to, you have every right to drop the hammer on them. Every right. David Stern said, listen, I don't want my players looking like gangbangers. Y'all all gonna have to start wearing suits and wearing nice clothes coming to the games. I don't want y'all wearing just roll out of the bed clothes. You know what I'm saying?
Now look what they wear.
Obviously, it's a little different, right? But what I'm saying is that image is everything, especially for big companies that are big brands like this. NFL, NBA, Anheuser-Busch, all of these other big companies. Like, it matters about, if you're the face, what you do on and off camera matters.
And I got a bone to pick with you. Right now, there's some young kid in Montana in the cornfields with some straw in his mouth, watching old Chris Kaman tape, saying, man, I want to be like that man one day. I like that little jab step and the way he spin and shoot that ball.
Mm-hmm.
There's always somebody who looks up to someone.
Right.
Trust me, Chris Kaman has fans.
I didn't say that he has that.
He's the face of the NBA for somebody.
For who?
That kid with the straw in his mouth in Montana.
When was the last time Chris Kaman played ball?
That don't matter.
It does matter.
It
Right?
don't matter.
When he was on top of his game, he was making $6. He was making $6.
The tapes are still there.
Yeah, he was making $6. That money different now. Money different now, right? He had to get those guns on consignment. That's what. He had to borrow those guns.
Oh man,
you know what I mean?
Those are pawn shop guns, right?
Facts. Moving on. I didn't want to talk about this. I really didn't. I'm tired of it already. This whole Shannon Sharpe, Skip Bayless thing, I am tired of it. But we're gonna unpack it. You hear Tiger upstairs. She's nuts. Shannon Sharpe is leaving Undisputed. And it's gonna be like effective very soon. It's gonna be after the NBA Finals. He's gonna be done. FS1 bought him out. They also bought out Club Shay Shay. So everything is out of there. So we don't really know. Thank you, Phil. We don't really know the reason as to why he's leaving. People can kind of put things together and try to solve the puzzle and see exactly what happened, but we don't know. But if we're gonna just speculate on what's going on, it's about the optics of it. Remember the whole DeMar Hamlin thing? Skip Bayless tweeted. People didn't like what he said. Shannon Sharpe misses the next day of work. He comes in the following day, tries to get his monologue off. Skip interrupts them. They have a mini argument there, and it gets awkward for like a good 2 minutes or so after he said, "Move on. I don't want to finish my monologue." And a lot of people said it from that day on, they knew that the clock was ticking, right? Now, I've heard a lot of people say, "Oh, good for Shannon Sharpe, and he deserves better than Skip, and Skip." And here's my thing. Love Shannon Sharpe. I think he's a great personality. I think he's done very good for himself, not only on the field as a Hall of Famer, but he's now carved himself out as being one of the top media personalities out there. You know what I mean? He's up right now. My issue with the whole thing is that Undisputed is Skip's show. Skip handpicked Shannon Sharpe to be on Undisputed after he left First Take. Shannon Sharpe wasn't employed by anybody. He was let go by CBS. So Shannon Sharpe rising to fame as a media personality is due to Skip Bayless. Skip Bayless being a villain to Shannon Sharpe's hero is why Shannon Sharpe is so elevated. People are always going to like the sympathetic figure over the villain. Every time. If the rumors are true, said that Shannon Sharpe wanted a little bit more equal footing behind the scenes with Skip, and Skip refused, and this is where we are. My viewpoint is, so? It's Skip's show. If I'm coming on to your situation, and I've carved out a nice little niche for myself on your situation, and I come to you and I say, "Hey, Chili, I'd like a little bit more say in your situation that I'm here," and you tell me to go fly a kite off a windy cliff, do I have any... Should I be upset about that? Should I be looking for an in or an angle? No, it's not my situation. So it's either I have two options. I can either adhere to whatever situation is there, I can find my own. That's my thing. It's that people are so invested with Skip is bad. People need to stop throwing shade at Skip. If people don't like Skip, cool. You don't like him for whatever reason it is. He plays a character. None of that stuff that he talks about on social media is real. Hello? Social media is not real. TV's not real.
Stop.
It isn't. Not that particular show.
Even reality TV.
Yeah, it's not real. Scripted.
It's in the title.
Scripted
Wrestling. Scripted. Newsflash. Hey.
NFL.
Hey, relax. All right, relax. We're not gonna do that. We're not gonna do that.
Tried to slide that one in.
You saw what happened to the NBA script with the Lakers. That was done. Okay, it's done. But what I'm saying is that people are so comfortable just calling this man out of his name and doing all of this nonsense. It's like, yo, he helps so many people elevate to where they want to be. At 71 years old, if he wants to hold on to his show and not relinquish any of the reins, I don't see a problem with it. I don't. It's his.
Right.
It's not like they both came in there together and the company saying, okay, cool, well, this is what it is. It's his show. He's the boss.
Well, you know what? The way I see it is, like, you're 100% correct. What you say is 100% correct. But if Shannon Sharpe added something value to the show,
yes,
then it should be a conversation that they should be able to have and work out as gentlemen.
I'm sure they probably tried.
And then at that point, if Shannon Sharpe decides, all right, I want to leave, then so be it.
And that's and that's probably what happened, right? I'm sure it was a conversation that was probably broached.
Right.
And Skip said no. And it was like, okay, cool. Well, if this is the direction that is going to continue to go, then I don't need to be here. You know, because listen, at the end of the day, it's Skip's final say.
Right.
But FS1 is the one that's paying the salary. So if they wanted to keep Shannon around, I'm sure they probably could have. Giving him a little bit more money or whatever it is, or overriding Skip, or I don't know how they could have been able to do it. I don't know. But
I'm assuming it wasn't over money.
Probably not. Probably not.
It's probably like creative control.
Creative control. Maybe, like I said, maybe that DeMar Hamlin thing was the last straw for Shannon Sharpe. Maybe it was the fact that, you know, he's constantly hearing from other people about the disrespect and this and that, and it weighs on you, right? So it could be that, but I'm just talking about just the person that Skip is, right? Just from what I see, because I think Skip gets a bad rap. I think people are too invested into what he says on TV. He has created a persona for himself that no matter what it is about LeBron James, he's going to find the negative to talk about. It has made him money.
Right.
Has made him money.
But you can't be mad when people hate you.
No. But he is not mad. He doesn't care.
Right.
That's what I'm saying. He doesn't care about it because it's not a big deal to him. He goes home and don't lose no sleep over it.
Oh.
Everybody else gets caught up in a bunch about it. He doesn't. You never hear Skip talking about all the people that say that bad stuff about him.
Right.
Ever.
Because they say a lot of bad stuff.
Bro, they be wilding on Skip. I heard Matt Barnes say, I was gonna put hands on him. Like, why?
You know what though? Which it's kind of funny. Which I don't know how I take it, but you're supposed to be open to criticism. If you're gonna put yourself out there, you have to be open to criticism.
Yes.
But I do understand to some extent how, like, some of these professional players were like, yo, bro, like, when you played ball, you averaged 1 point a game. How can you talk about my game? Like, I get it. But at the end of the day, this is what you signed up for.
Correct.
So deal with it.
Deal with it. So for people that love to throw shade at Skip, shame on y'all. The man has helped a lot of people. Stephen A. Smith says it all the time that he wouldn't be anywhere where he's at if it wasn't for Skip. Shannon Sharpe, I'm sure, will tell you the same thing. You know, they may have creative differences or they're parting ways, but Skip is who he is. And one thing I like about Skip is that, you know, when we'll move on to, you know, Dummy of the Week. But one thing I love about Skip is that he is who he is. Stands on it. Free Fang. He stands on who he is. Everybody that I know, I don't know much wafflers in my life. It's about people who are just true to themselves. I'm true to myself. What you see is what you get. That's it. I'm not going to be apologetic to anybody. Skip is the same way. And more people need to be like that and be true to yourself, and success will follow, man. But I'm just tired of the shade that people throw at Skip. I just don't like that. Because there's a lot of people out there that say way more wild stuff than Skip Bayless does in other aspects, and they don't catch the vitriol that he gets.
You know this with him? Sometimes it's like he goes out of his way just to hate on somebody.
Because that's it. Because that's his role.
Like he goes out of his way.
Because he does it on purpose. Does it on purpose. He's a master. He's a genius. Right. True villain. I respect it. Respect it. After the break, the greatest segment on the planet, W the Week.
Dummy, yeah.
Welcome back, y'all. Now it's time for the greatest segment on the planet, W the Week.
Dummy, yeah.
Every week I go around the room and I ask who is the dummy of the week. Looking at Phil. Phil said he doesn't have one, so we're gonna move on.
I don't. Thanks for saying that.
Okay, great job. Thank you. Thank you for being a part of the show. Love you.
I was ill prepared.
Yeah, I get you. It's all right, man. It's all good. Jimmy, the super intern, who you got?
Yeah, so I was on some music rating website.
Uh-huh.
I saw this guy, David _AGTZG.
Uh-huh.
Who he is, but I was reading some review on some album. Redneck Pretentious.
Uh-huh.
So I clicked on his page to see what music he listens to. 122 reviews, and he's got 3 at 0.5. What are the 3 albums? It's Illmatic, The Low End Theory, and Enter the Wu-Tang.
Wow.
That he gave a 0.5 to?
Yeah, and there's no 0. So those out of 125, those 3 albums he gave a 0.5.
I wonder why.
Wow.
That's crazy.
I couldn't believe it.
Wow.
That was like a week ago. I've been saving that though.
He must be a Keith Urban fan.
Yeah, there's a lot of people out there. Not a lot of people. I'm not gonna say that, but I've heard that people are not a fan of Illman. I'm just, well, what's wrong with you? Just like jump into something.
You know what's crazy? I like Nas, but I do think a little overrated.
You gotta relax.
No, I didn't say I do like Nas.
Yeah, 0.5 is crazy though.
I do like Nas.
You
but
feel
he's a little
overrated, but you're not sitting here telling me it's a
Exactly.
bad album.
No,
right.
No,
right.
not at all.
Right. So that's okay. That's fine. Like that's a fair, assessment of whatever you have. But that right there, 0.5, yeah. What's his name? David XTR. You.
And the one's all like Kendrick Lamar's albums.
Oh, okay. So he's a newbie. He's a newbie.
He doesn't like rap, I think.
Yeah, probably not.
He said in his reviews, like, I can't get into it. Like 0.5.
So if you can't get into it, then why are you giving it a rating?
Right.
It's not your stuff. Yeah, see, I don't like that. I don't like that racist stuff. I don't like that. So wasn't it David XDR? You get a
Dummy, yeah.
Nicole, who you got?
I heard there was like this insider that works with this AI app,
Uh-huh.
and they said that AI has become smarter than them and it's taken over like the coding and programming.
Oh my goodness. Skynet is here.
You can't turn it off?
Nope.
Yo, it's crazy.
Pull a plug.
On what?
There's gotta be batteries.
Yeah.
Yo, I'm telling you, man. People, y'all just gear up. Gear up.
Be ready.
Be ready. It's coming. Where you're going to have one of those AI machines or whatever they call them, bots. And, the manager is going to say, hey, XO219, can you please, send this memo down to the mailroom, please? And AI bot going to be like, no. Once you hear that, you know it's a wrap. Like, and if I'm the supervisor, I'll make sure that I'm going to my office, pulling out that magnet that we was talking about before, and I'm blowing that AI's head off.
Right.
No,
you're right.
What are you going to do at that point? So, whoever invented artificial intelligence,
Dummy, yeah.
whoever said robots were a good idea,
Dummy, yeah.
whoever invented the movie Terminator,
Dummy, yeah.
whoever invented the movie iRobot,
Dummy, yeah.
whoever invented Transformers,
Dummy.
All of y'all get the dummy because I don't want no parts of it. I want to feel like
Yeah, you know why? You know why it's funny? Because those people are warning us, and you're mad at them.
Yes,
like, they're literally telling us what's about that.
They know they weren't warning us because if they were warning us, they would have put some type of what do you call it, fine print and say, listen, this is real. All right, this is real. This is based on true story.
No one reads the fine print.
That's what I do. I do.
So it's probably there. It's probably there.
Probably
I need
there,
to go back
bro.
and watch. I need to go back and see
It's
it
in
because
it's in the 50th paragraph.
Right.
yeah, any all that artificial intelligence stuff, I don't like it.
Dummy.
I don't like none of it. None of it. Freaky Fang, what you got?
All right, let's see. Where am I going to start? All right. Let's start with the 15-year-old girl who set the school dormitory on fire in Guyana after a teacher confiscated her phone.
Wow.
Yo.
She's charged with 19 counts of murder.
Wow. How many people died in the fire?
She set the dormitory on fire because the teacher took her cell phone.
In Guyana, do they have like
Well, in Guyana,
underage rules, or
I don't know.
do they go straight to jail?
I'm not sure.
But
That's 19 counts of murder, bro. You
hold on.
to jail.
See, I'm about to do a
So,
shot.
Stupid America will do something like, oh yeah, this kid was only 13. We're gonna send him to juvenile and let him get out at the age of 18.
I'm about to throw a shot
in the
right
Caribbean is a lot different.
now. You
man.
ready? You ready for the shot?
What's up?
You know, this is why sometimes I just gotta shut my mouth.
No, don't.
Like the carnival, when it starts up there, I can't turn it off. So when you said that, you know, in regards to guy in the jails, I'm over here saying, well, they got bamboo for bars.
Yeah.
That's just ignorance.
That's wild, it's wild ignorant, bro.
Because
that's why I said it was
FCC yourself.
That's why I said I was saying. That's all I'm saying.
Because right now, what is it? Is it Vibes Cartel is locked up? He's like in jail dying right now. Like they had him in solitary confinement. He has like heart problems and all kinds of diseases from being in jail.
You know why that's going on? Because he bleached his skin too much. He ain't got no protection. That's why
he killed all that melanin.
Exactly. You need to stay in there and deal with it. He'll be all right.
Number two.
All
right. This goes to a lot of people. But the main person is going to go to is Bruce Wilson, a Greenville, South Carolina activist who has previously held Juneteenth celebrations. So, the town in South Carolina is under fire for promoting Juneteenth events with white models.
Oh, nah.
Wow.
No.
Dummy.
No.
Yeah. Dummy.
No.
Yeah. Dummy. Yeah.
Yo, listen, I've already said this, and I'm going to say it again. I'm going to say it again to make everybody realize that I'm serious. If a white person comes up to me and says to me, Happy Juneteenth,
right,
I'm putting arms and feet on you.
But wait, this guy's black.
Oh, that's a money grab.
This guy's a black man.
Okay, so that's even worse.
Who felt that
Dummy.
this idea
Yeah.
to post banners of white people celebrating Juneteenth is a thing.
Okay, so he's a he's a HN.
He's trying to incorporate.
Yeah, he's an HN. Yeah, he's an HN. He's
Come
an
on.
HN.
Come on.
Yeah, I'm not gonna say the word, but he's an HN. He's definitely
Dummy. Yeah.
Steven from
Does it start with house?
Yes.
Steven.
Yes, he's Steven.
From Django.
Yes, he's Steven. Yes, exactly. He's definitely Steven. But like I said, I'm sorry. That's not something that you should say to me.
But as a black man, how do you think it's
I agree.
acceptable to
I agree
do
with
that? To post a banner, celebrating Juneteenth, and you put two white people on the banner.
Yeah, it's terrible.
And post it like all around the town. Right?
Can I say that I'm very curious on how Juneteenth is going to end up in the next like 5 years?
It's not gonna be good, bro. It's gonna be very.
It's going to be so cringy.
What do they call it when you do Cinco de Mayo? It's appropriation.
Yeah, cultural appropriation.
Yeah,
when
that's
they show
exactly what it's
people-
going to be.
Yeah, they already started.
It's already started.
It's so
they're like, I'm Tyrone.
Yep.
I guarantee you they banned it in Florida.
It's gonna be so cringy.
It's already super
It's
cringy.
like
already super cringy to me.
Sales on watermelon and fried chicken.
Yeah, bro.
Like, it's gonna be bad.
You're gonna see white people in dashikis.
It's gonna be.
Well, you see that now.
Yeah.
Listen, listen. They're all white people of African descent, so let's not.
But I'm just talking about like I'm talking about as a costume.
I'm talking about as a costume.
It's like blackface, bro.
Yes.
I'm talking about people thinking that they are like celebrating
Yes.
a culture when they're really.
I already said, listen, y'all are my friends. Just know if I end up in bookings, it's because I put hands and feet
based on Juneteenth.
On some white man that told me Happy Juneteenth. I'm telling you right now.
Right.
As a kid,
There's gonna be somebody that tries you.
Listen, after I found out about it, cause my mom told me about it, like that day was always different to me. You know what I'm saying? So it's something that you just can't say if you're the other race. I'm sorry, it's just.
I'll be honest with you though, like you have some people who are they just don't know what to say.
Don't say anything.
Right.
Because it's the same thing. I remember I used to be at a job, and I had this white supervisor.
That's it. I don't even know why we off today.
And he was it has nothing to do with Juneteenth. Has nothing to do with Juneteenth, but he was just always very like different when he greeted me, right? Yo, what's going on, bro? So I used to always say to him, like, why do you greet me like that? He said, greet you like what? He said, I said, I don't speak that way. Why can't you just shake my hand regular? Oh my, I didn't mean to offend you. I said, no, you did mean to offend me because you just don't know how to approach me. It's the problem. I'm okay with making people uncomfortable.
I was gonna say,
I'll be honest with you though. I do feel in this, like, I don't know. Listen, I'm not white. I'm not, but I do feel that sometimes our blackness can make white people uncomfortable. Because
from what?
Because nowadays with everything going on, it's kind of like the alphabet people. Like sometimes, like with that in their situations, sometimes we don't know exactly what we should say or what may be interpreted the wrong way.
But why you can't just be regular?
Well, you can be regular. You can
ask
be.
questions.
But like, right, that's me. Like I want to say what I want to say. Like if you tuck, like, I mean, do you tuck it? Like, how, like joking wise, not that doesn't mean I hate the person, but you never know who you're talking to. Some people get offended to certain things more than others.
Yeah,
but
yeah, go ahead.
My fault. The crazy thing is, wouldn't you rather be curious and ask questions than just assume?
Yes, or make a fool out of yourself and do something, because you're not going to go up to those other people that were I don't even know what to call them.
The H?
No, the other people. And you're not going to like do something that's out of your character just to make them just to kind of fit in. You're just gonna be yourself and ask questions. Hey, I don't know about this. I'm just gonna ask. Like that's my thing about that type of appropriation. Like, why do you feel that you have to do that? To try to like get to me? You don't know who I am. You don't know what I do. But it's a problem. So yeah. Chili, what you got?
Yo, I'm not sure if you guys heard about the 3 teens that killed the swan.
No.
In the town of like Manlius.
No.
So basically, the 3 teens, they killed the swan, right? They first off, they took the babies. The swan had babies. They took the babies and they killed the swan. Come to find out, they took the swan to the mayor and they prepared to eat the swan. Crazy.
What's wrong with that?
Swan? They're like national.
You never ate a pigeon?
Protection.
Where'd you eat a pigeon from?
You eating swan?
Wait. Hold a second.
Back up.
Back it up. Just back it up.
The mother swan was consumed by Manlius mayor. So the 3 kids caught the swan, killed it, and fed it to a mayor.
Oh yeah.
Paul, I guess his last name is Worrell. Said according to the Associates Press, sad to say, but but that's what they did. Police said that the swan was missing on Saturday. but officials weren't notified until Monday
But why did they kill the swan?
to eat it.
Just willy nilly, just killing the swan?
Now, did the mayor eat it?
Yes.
Did he like it? Did he fucking like
That's a
it?
great question.
That is a great question.
I don't know, bro.
Because we don't
I
know.
never ate swan.
We don't know what swan meat
Dude,
looks
for
tastes
one,
like.
people eat ostrich eggs.
Yes.
You're right.
You know, like people.
I've never heard of somebody eating swan.
People eat
But
I'm
this
curious.
quail.
yo, so this was the town swan.
That's foul.
It wasn't like a regular like. I mean, swans
so
you
I-
seen the
oh,
like
they-
that
it's
was
like-
the
it's
It's
town
like the
swan.
mascot of the
Yeah.
town.
So they ate a pet.
Yeah.
That's foul.
Oh, no.
Yeah, that's foul.
That's bad.
Bro, it's like having a pet chicken when it dies. Like, I'm gonna eat this. Nah,
Yeah,
yeah,
that's
do
foul.
that.
Eat this chicken, yeah.
Yeah, that's foul. I don't like that.
If it tastes good, then yeah.
But like I said, I would like to walk this a little back though. Where did you eat a pigeon from?
In the Caribbean. But it's different. Like pigeons out there don't. Well, not.
Yeah, the pigeon or
But
the
back
dove?
then they don't just eat the same shit that you see on the street
It's
here.
a
Yeah, pigeon is a
They
pigeon.
no, it's the different. They eat like berries and shit off the
Nah.
trees. It's
How you
Pigeon
know
is a
that?
pigeon.
I've been there.
He's been to the place where they grow those pigeons.
They don't grow pigeons.
you
You
out here,
can't
like-
grow a pigeon. It's not a plant.
So how you don't know what the pigeon eats all the time?
I got it, BJ.
Bro, do you know what chicken eats all the time?
I don't care.
It eats shit most of the time.
Damn.
This guy out here like hustle man,
Yeah,
eating pigeons on the stick.
facts.
Hey, yo, cheat.
What's happening, T? That's you?
Protein.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable,
Yo.
man.
You probably eat that shit and be like, God damn, that's good.
I'm sure. I'm probably just still a pigeon.
Yeah, but that was crazy.
All of those were very good. Thank you very much, Chili McFreeze and Fang. Jimmy the super intern, Nicole. You know, I don't know this guy over here. He's just come unprepared. I don't appreciate it. But yeah, I have one this week, as it should be. But this one was very, very interesting. Very interesting to me. May I have the drum roll, please? And the winner for Dummy of the Week, singer Paloma Faith. Paloma Faith is my
Dummy, yeah.
Well, Miss Paloma Faith has idiot brain. Now, I'd like to explain the condition of idiot brain to the masses who don't know. Idiot brain is when your spinal column and your brainstem are no longer connected. So there's a space here and there's fog that gets into your brain. So you will say things that don't really make sense, but it will make sense to you. So it will be in my head, it'll come out of there, and you're looking at me like, what are you saying? It doesn't make sense, but it's rational to me. That's what I've diagnosed as idiot brain. So if you ever see anybody out there that are showing these symptoms, please call the doctor. Make sure that you bring them in and have them checked. Because there's a lot of people that are being diagnosed out there with idiot brain, and it's spreading like wildfire. It's like COVID. Well, Paloma Faith said at the new Little Mermaid screening over Ariel, she was mad over Ariel giving up her voice for the character Eric. What is this? As a female, this is what she wrote on IG. Verbatim. Just seen the new Little Mermaid with my kids, and while I think Halle gives a good performance and it's great casting, as a mother of girls, I don't want my kids to think it's okay to give up your entire voice and your powers to love a man. What the F is this? Not what I want to be teaching next gen women at all. Now, correct me if I'm wrong.
She never seen the Little Mermaid.
Thank you. Correct me if I'm wrong. The last time I watched The Little Mermaid, the story didn't change.
Right. This is mind-boggling, bro. That's crazy.
Hello? The story didn't change. It's the same story.
That's wild.
So you now want it to change? They made the movie over. They didn't remake the story. It's the same stupid story. I can't. I just want to be on Mars. I just want to go somewhere where there's no people sometimes. Because this is ridiculous. This is a person that has children that's teaching these kids this message.
Crazy.
And the sad part is that she's probably married. So when her husband sees this, how does he look at her?
Like, honey, you're making us look like idiots.
Like, what kind of idiot are you?
Oh,
This is a children's movie.
You know, her husband like, oh, that damn Barry Grant gonna give you the dummy.
Right? Oh my God,
that
honey.
dang old Barry Grant.
I can hear him now. He's gonna say you got idiot brain. God damn.
Right?
Trying to avoid it. Idiot brain.
That dang old Barry.
Yo,
Now we're taking siege on children's movies,
she gotta be
and you're pushing this bullshit narrative.
a 2000s kid. Like,
This is
I'd never seen
bad.
The Little
But you know what?
Mermaid.
These are probably the same people who are voting
Yes.
to get the books taken out of schools and
Yes.
shit like that because they're just so stupid.
Yes. She listen. I'm gonna throw a shot here too. I don't care. You know, just by the look of her pictures,
Oh god. What's her name?
Paloma something. Just by the look of her pictures, if her kids look like her,
Wow. Wow.
I don't know if you can say that.
They happy with what they happy with what they get, huh?
Yeah.
they better be happy with what they get. Be a nice person.
Right.
Be a nice person, and don't, because you know when you're ugly, you got to make sure that you walk a fine line.
Oh yeah.
She's a
You know what I
singer.
mean? Huh? Yeah.
Oh gosh.
Cody. Like this is.
Oh god.
Nicole, what you got to say about this? Huh?
No, I was actually gonna. I forgot that happened, but I had it. I saw it. And I was like, this is crazy.
It's ridiculous.
She's a singer and
Yo,
never seen
so,
a Little Mermaid.
So what you
That's
what
crazy,
what
bro.
you took from that movie, you are now going to ruin your children's experience with that movie.
Right.
So they can never watch The Little Mermaid anymore in your house because of that. Because you're a man-hating woman. What's wrong with you?
It's crazy, bro.
She's a singer that never saw the original Little Mermaid.
Or maybe her idiot brain didn't process what was going on. And she was probably in her brain, she's like, why does she have a voice? I don't understand. She was just talking a minute ago and then it's gone. Idiot brain.
Now she's a meme.
Yeah.
A mind, whatever they call.
Yeah. Idiot. Idiot. Yeah.
Can you hit that button for me?
Dummy. Yeah.
So, what's her name? Paloma what? Well, I don't even care what your name is. But you and your poor children, you know, I feel bad for the kids. I don't even feel bad for you because you're already older. You've made your decision on life and what kind of idiot path you're gonna take. But the children still can be saved. And if you're watching and you're gonna see this post from your mother, you're gonna see people talking about this. You don't have to be like that. You can be able to diagnose the idiot brain in your mother. You can be able to say, I know the symptoms. I know exactly what to look for. And if it starts to happen to me, I know how to fix it. That's what the message, that's the lesson that they can be able to learn from their mother. Because clearly you can't learn anything else. If your mother's going to walk out of a cartoon movie and be upset, there's something wrong with you. There's something really wrong with you at that point. So Paloma, whatever the hell your name is, you got an idiot brain, you're a loser, and you made your kids feel very, very sad and mad after they felt great coming out of this movie. But you're a winner for Dummy of the Week. That's all for this show. Phil, you did a great job.
Oh, thank you.
All right? Excellent job. You know, I think that you know, when I'm mad at Claw, I just call you and have you fill in for it.
You gonna let him call you a fill-in?
Right, yeah.
I'm not saying that he's a fill-in. I'll say if he's
no pun intended.
He's available. I'll have him fill in. That's all. That's all I'm saying. Jimmy the Super Intern. Yeah, you know what? Like I said, I got something for you. All right, I'm gonna find out where that new poker spot is. You know, there may be a conversation or a call that happens. Hey, hello. Some activities going down there. I gotta get my power back. I got my power back. Cole on the ones and twos, a silent assassin. Right? Don't wear the Fang socks, because now they're now Fang socks now. Right? Yeah, no. I have to get you some regular.
It's nothing like a cool
regular socks now.
Cool breeze on your ankles.
I don't understand what that is. You look like Kanye. That's what Kanye wore on his feet.
I never saw Kanye with
Kanye has like the full body with the.
Now the crazy thing is, if you wear these with a pair of Yeezys,
yeah, I wear these with a pair of Yeezys.
Those aren't real Yeezys.
No, I'm not. These are the Feezies.
Yeah.
Don't be trying to disrespect me.
Hey. You did that one to yourself.
Yeah. I'm talking about the socks. I wasn't talking about the shoes. I'm talking about the socks. Freaky Fang, what is Fang's thoughts this week?
I forgot about this part.
Oh gosh.
Oh man.
All right.
It's gonna be spicy.
Summer's upon us. A lot of swamp nuts. If you ain't got the green bottle of Gold Bond, you're a dummy, first off. And if you're not hip to just wearing swim trunks with no drawers in the summer, you gotta get your life together. Times are changing. Cool breeze on your balls is all you need.
I respect that.
So what about for the ladies?
Sundress with no drawers. What are you, crazy? They've been doing this since been doing this.
Listen, I just wanted you to say it. I just had to ask.
Sundress would be crazy.
You ever smell like?
Sundress with no
You
drawers.
ever smell like? Been out.
Relax. All right. Chili McFreeze. You my man. We just gonna cut it off there. I just can't deal with him. Until next week, stay safe, stay cool. Peace.
My son is the champ, so get over it.